Yeah, I'm testing out, man. New location, testing out the equipment. I said, why not? I said, what did Kobe? Like, what the hell, man? Let's go live, man. We don't need no frills. We don't need no thrills. Ain't no, I'm playing a little bit of music right now, but it's just me, man, in the room. What's good? T Diggs on the building. I know the hitters. I know I go live. I know the hitters will come back. Yeah, we gonna do this live, man. But I'm gonna chat with y'all as well. Man. I know your boy been off the lives for a while, man. It was time for me to come back to the streets.
Hold on for a second, y'all.
We coming back. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. We're gonna keep on testing this morning. Let me see. See if this thing's still working. Yeah. Hopefully you already got in that draw. It's already over with. Let's see. Petty Eddie, what's good? It's a test stream, man. Getting the blowing the cobwebs off the setup. Good luck out there. Oh, New Wave. You said it's working on Twitch? Cool. Yeah, I'm just popping in, man. I'm trying to figure this thing back out, man. Camera went out on me, but it's all good, man. How y'all doing, man? If anything, man, we're gonna chillax on this Sunday morning. Hopefully y'all get y'all dubs. Oh, do you see well, you talking to me on Twitch, so you should be good. Yeah, it was something it's on my end. Damn, camera wouldn't hold a charge. What's good, y'all? What's good? Y'all see, man, different setup. I'm trying to get the room right, get the lights and everything right. But I figure I just pop in, man. It's Sunday morning, man. And we going for Kobe's. Let me see if the let me see if the iPad still works. Hold on for a second. Plus, I know folks probably been like, "Norm, where you been?" So we'll talk about it for a little bit. Hold on, let me see. Damn, that's how long it's been. I forgot how to change the cameras. Hold on. That's the camera switcher. Hold on for a second. I need my scene. That's why I need my scene window. There we go. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I know it's I don't know how these YouTube streets been going, man, when it comes to sneakers, man. your boy, let me see, what we was doing. iPad vertical. Let's see what we got there. See if the iPad. Do I have? Oh, I don't have the iPad vertical. I got a plug. Ooh, I need to plug in for that. Yeah, I gotta get the iPad stuff back situated. What's good though? That's the main. You said it works here for sure. Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm trying to see if we can get. I can get my settings back right. Like I said, it's just a test stream, y'all. But y'all want to chill and relax for a second, man, we'll chill and talk too. Just I figured, I could do this. I could have done this like just local to the crib, but you know what I mean. Like I haven't talked to y'all in a while, so I'm just gonna do my thing online. It is what it is. Trying to figure this out. All right, so double click to pick a camera source. So for this, I want the desktop. You said shake them cobwebs off? Yes, sir. Let me see something real quick. This is what I really want to do. Screen share. Yeah. Yeah. What's good, y'all? What's good? Yo, it's been months. I mean, I literally haven't used this software in it's been what? Been about 4 months. So I'm gonna at least pull the sneakers up. So somebody that just might be dropping in, like, yo, who is this guy saying he's going live on the internet? You can at least pull the sneakers up. The what did Kobe's? Actually, you know what, man? Just speaking about this shoe, I'm actually a fan. I'm a super fan of the Kobe 8s, by the way. As I'm still trying to get this up, we're going to talk about the sneaker, actually. I'm a fan of the Kobe 8s. I have the Barcelonas in the crib. Hold on. And even though, wear your sneakers, y'all. Even though a lot of folks, they look, I mean, honestly, it's like a grail sneaker to some people. Man, I've worn these things to high heaven. I used to work out in them. I'm hoping I get a W. Did anybody get a dub yet? Oh, let me see. See if I took an L yet. I've been so worried about trying to get the stream together. I didn't even check to see if they sent them L's yet. Oh yeah. Submission not selected. Did anybody in them YouTube streets? Did y'all figure out how many how many pairs they loaded up on sneakers? He said they clean, just no resale. Yeah, I actually want a pair. I want a pair for myself. About 33K. Got them. Congratulations, man. Let me see if my horn still works. Nice. No, this is one I actually wanted. I want for my person. I want to actually wear these. Possibly work out in them. Yeah, I mean it's a funky shoe, man. It's a lot of colors in it, so I don't know how often you gonna really wear them. So So to me, it's like a good little funky shoe to have, a little working out and stuff like that. Man, L's though. L's. I've already taken the L on Denim Exchange. I took an L. Well, I'm waiting to see how the rest of the run fairs go. I know that Undefeated already sent a couple of L's out. You said no one be on this healthy lifestyle? Yes, sir. Man, you know what, man? Again, we talking about this is a test stream. I don't care. I don't care who popping. I don't care who popping. Yes, I've been on my health kick, man. I've been on my health kick. Actually, I don't know, man. Again, we talk about sneakers and stuff like that. Matter of fact, y'all drop something in the chat, whatever y'all want to talk about, man. Y'all know how we do. You know how we do. And I look, so I'm coming back to YouTube, probably not in the same capacity as I was before. You know what I mean? I'm gonna probably do something a little different. I've really been sitting back, so I just tell y'all what I've been up to. That's what we'll talk about. Sneakers is over with. Um, like I said, I don't know when the other Famous Amos was good. I don't know when the other run fairs. I don't know if they still going. I know Denim Exchange already finished theirs. I know Undefeated gave a couple of L's yesterday, but I don't think they've done their full draw yet. And then you have APB, Social Status, the Whitner Group umbrella. I think Kif already did a draw. It's not a ton of these joints, but the resell them is not terrible. It's not terrible. Let me see what they're looking like. Damn. Emery, you said your phone got locked? $300. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see. That's a 10.5. That's not going to be a good. That's not going to be a popular size in these since they run small. I was going to actually stay true to size in them. So 525, 342. Yeah, they hold them for right now. We'll have to see. Honestly, there was a pair floating. I think this should stay. It's staying at 300 range. It may start to go. This one has actually been anticipated, so it might spike a little bit. It might spike a little bit. What's good, man? Took 5 L's. Man, man. I don't know, man. I honestly like. You have the Kobe Dodgers for trade bait. I hit on the Kobe Dodgers. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did get rid of them. I told myself like, really, the Kobe's I want. I want these what the Kobe's, but right now I'm actually kind of hunting after a Grail. I'm kind of hunting after a Grail. Damn, New Wave, you really want the Dodgers? Damn, I could have looked. I didn't know. That's why I need to get back on. I'm about to say I let them Dodgers go for the Lowski. I didn't. I really didn't keep them long at all. Yeah, I'm selling my kidney. Yeah, no, I had hit on the Dodgers, but then damn, let them go. So I really kind of, I'm working my way up to a Grail. I'm trying to make it make sense. Like it's a shoe that honestly the market is slim for, and it's high. It's high priced. There's ways I could do it. I might have to sacrifice a shoe or two, but I'm kind of like looking for. I'm trying to figure that shoe out. But I tell y'all what, a shoe that I got recently, and then again, I'm gonna still talk about what I've been up to. Um, Shoe I got recently. Y'all know, if y'all been, in the Discord a little bit, y'all know I've been hunting after this one. I don't appreciate the way they sent the box to me. The box kind of janky. Hold on. But I'm like, at this point, I'm just like, all right, cool. Cause I actually got it below. I got it below its retail. Y'all know what these are? This guy can't. He can't help himself. He can't help it. He can't help but yeah, grenade man. Grenade man. Um, I don't know what to say about it, man. Like I know, like in the news, he been making news as far as the whole grenade stuff. They told him stop, pointing guns. Everybody got their take on it. Like, oh, honestly, man, he ain't doing nothing crazy or whatever. I'm just like, man, stay out the way. Just stay out the way, man. Stay out the way. But it had to be a cat from something South Carolina, man. He gotta make noise some type of way. I just need him to play good on the court. But these right here, one thing I will say about these shoes, man, like so I worn them already. I worn them once. You can see the pebbles. You can see the pebbles in the outsole. These are some very comfortable sneakers. Very comfortable. Very gaudy. Obviously, you see the stones on them. One thing I will say, like when I worn them, I was like, "Yo, what are those, man? What are those?" But I ain't gonna hold you. I think the first, like I like this pair in the sense of it's actually black. If you have the first pair, it's not like a black black. Hold on. It's not a black. It's like a a light black where you can see this one is like a midnight black. But I like the first ones because the crystals are smaller and less gaudy, and because it's only on the swoosh, it's an accent to the rest of the shoe. So I would almost like if this shoe was the same black as this shoe with the same like just crystals in the swoosh, that'd be the ultimate. But like, let's get close up on it. But the black on this one, man, I like this, man. When I was wearing them, man, everybody was like, "Yo, like those are dope." You said Braden. How do you say his name? Broden Smith from Purdue wore them in a tournament and they look fire. Yeah, these are dope. I think it's only nine. Well, I think they only made 1,900. Was it 1,999 pairs for his birth year? But there you go. So I did get these recently. Like I said, I got them under retail. As soon as I saw them under retail, I was like, oh, let me get them. I know people not really on them like that. Um, I've gotten other things recently, but most of them are like trades for older stuff. Y'all see, but it's been a long time since you said joints was high last time I checked. They dropped. I think they over. I don't think anything's under retail. When I caught them under retail, I snapped. Y'all know I've been hunting after that shoe. I think somebody just gave up. They can't get rid of them. So they somebody gave up, and I snatched it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, give me that." Um, which, and I say under retail, but the retail is still high. I mean, the retail is five. The retail for those was $550. So y'all know these bad boys. I know a lot of people. I was off the internet, but I kind of peeked a little bit what was going on. I've actually worn my pair. Y'all can see the creases in the toe. Y'all know I be wearing my joints. Um, this shoe was a whole lot of hoopla about this shoe the way they released it. A lot of people didn't appreciate them being as limited as they were because everybody wanted them. I honestly, like, I know a lot of people hating on these shoes right here, but this is probably my favorite release, man. Like, this is, I think this is the fact that we got it in. It's not a 1-to-1 with the original, but it's as close as they've been able to get it. Like, so this is like history for me. Little details, like even like the midsole, the way it kind of goes up. Hold on. Like, you see, like, I have the Chicago's back here. But y'all know my other favorite. It's a little different now, like when I got the sneakers in the background. Before it was all that, it was Skyline and stuff like that. But having sneakers in the background is actually kind of dope. But just the differences in the 85s versus the more modern ones, I appreciate it. Like, again, like even that midsole, the slope in it that you lose with the Chicago's, right? Like, just the newer version is straight, but then you see it in something like the Airship. You see that like little slope, man. I don't know, little stuff like that. I be appreciating. So I don't know. Then even like the heel, the differences in the heel and stuff like that. Like, but I appreciate it. So this, honestly, this sneaker, and then I got the Galaxies. So this year my must haves was Galaxies, these bad boys, those John Morants, the Kobe's, um, so all the must cops I've gotten them so far, and I'm trying to stick to just what I really want. Like, I came into the year, I said I gotta get these. That's it. And then everything else has been like going back to get Grail sneakers. Like I said, I'm really about to cut a rug on one of the sneakers I really want. Been wanting it forever. I've been trying to bust trades on them. I had one guy drag his feet on. Like, I actually had a trade that made sense, executed it, and then the app went haywire on me. And then you know how trades are with people. Like, when you like, people already probably was kind of like, I don't know if I want to do the trade. So like, when you do the trade and then it doesn't go through, you try to. I came right back after that. I was like, bro, let's do the trade. Let's do the trade. Then he started reneging. Then he was like, oh, I want this and I want that. Oh, can you just give me a bunch of cash? And I'm like, well, that defeats the purpose of the trade. If I just give you a bunch of money, I could just go buy it. Now, and then they drag his feet. The funny part about the whole thing is that at the end, he's like, "Oh, I appreciate talking back and forth with you, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and make a trade somewhere else." I'm like, "Dude, you the one dragging your feet." Like, I kept on telling him, I was like, "Yo, look, you see what I'm offering? Tell me what you want. Let me know what you want." And then he kept on doing weird stuff, just asking. You know how they do with the trades? They start asking for outrageous stuff. I'm like, man, get out of here. I was like, we was done. We was done a month ago. Oh man. But then this shoe has been you know what? I ain't gonna I be doing this to y'all. I be like, I don't know, I'm trying to, hide what shoe I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Travis Scott SBs. I really want the Travis Scott SBs. I really want the Travis Scott SBs. And y'all know that sneaker is not for the faint of heart when you talk about price, but I want it. I want you. I got to have you. I don't know why I want that sneaker so much. Sneaker so much. I don't know why my camera flick it like that. I don't like that. I want that, and and I don't know. There's another trade out there that honestly, yeah, I don't know why I want them joints so bad, man. But there's a trade I could do right now, but I don't know if I'm ready to do it. I don't think I'm going to do it. It honestly, it just to be it'll just be there. It'll be me making money basically for the trade. It's a trade of I'll let y'all. I wonder if y'all give me a yay or nay. How many people sitting in here talking? Like I don't know. I'm just talking now. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to cut the camera on. How many of y'all would trade the Storm Blues, the Union LA Storm Blues, for the trophy room? All right, now my Storm Blues, y'all know me. I wear my sneakers, so my Storm Blues are worn. Great condition, by the way. I don't know. I can pull them out. Great condition for Storm Blues. Storm Blues. I can't. The sheer value of the Storm Blues kind of keeping me from doing this. But Storm Blues used for Trophy Room One's new and oh the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows Canaries. They both knew. It's like honestly again, the only reason why I would do the trade is to sell the shoes. Because I actually have both of those shoes already. And the guy was like, "Oh, I throw in $100. Would y'all do that?" It'd be strictly for money, but I don't want to know about. If you look on the market right now for the Storm Blues, they going. I mean, new pairs are going. If I get my actual size, it's a weird shoe. You said sold. You said keeping Storm Blues. I don't know. Something telling me to keep my Storm Blues, man. I don't. First of all, I don't want to break the set. I did. Now that's the all right. That's one shoe I did not hit on yet. I didn't get yet. Is I didn't get the Chicago Union LA's. I'm pissed about that. You said Storm Blue out the door. So yeah, Storm Blues for the Trophy Room Ones and Canary Travis Scott's. Would y'all do that? You said Storm Blue. Don't the Storm Blues dropping again? The Storm, y'all. Don't tell me I've been gone from UT streets this long. Are the Storm Blues about to drop again? They always retro. Well, this don't do don't do me. Like it's cats out there. I'm just saying. True, true. That's the one shoe though, the Chicago Union LA's I did not get, and I'm mad about that shoe because that should have been an easy. That should have been an easy cop. Shout out to all the hitters that actually hit the Chicago Union LA's, but I took L's. And it's something. It's a piece of me. It's a piece of me. Part of my just the hitter in me, the blood, the hitter blood in me. It's just like really, I ain't hit that. That's like not hitting. I'm trying to think of like an old. It's like I don't know. I ain't going. It's not a dud, but I'm like really. But I do want to like I don't want to break the set. I have the I still have my Storm Blues. I still have the Black Toe Union LAs. So in my mind, I'm like, if I get rid of the Storm Blues, then I'm definitely trading the Black Toes, and I'm out the Union LA game. Anthony Turner, what's good? Matter of fact, man, shout out to everybody that's sitting here in the chat, man. You said you collect, I sell. You said no, I keep them. You said, oh, yeah, the Union LA Storm Blues. No, not the. He was like, yeah, they coming back out. I said, I don't think those coming back out. And we don't like look, and we don't like to talk about it. We don't like to talk about it, but the Union LA, Beffy's Beauty Supply, Jordan Ones is part of the set. Y'all don't like to talk about it, but these bad boys right here is part of the set, okay? We don't like to talk about it, but these bad boys right here is part of the set. Hold on. Yeah, that. These bad boys are part of the set right here. You said the AJKOs? No, 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 no. You said second guessing now. You said keep the set and just trade for the Chicago Shadow. You think so? Now here's the Storm Blue right here. I took the laces out. They aging a little bit. You can see the yellowing. You said the BBS unions had better quality than 8 to 10 Jordans. Bro, like they clean. They clean, man. Look at these. They clean. Get up on them. They clean. They still clean. It's a lot of dusty. It's a lot of dusty Storm Blues out there, but these are clean. Outside the midsole aging a little bit. Yeah, not too much heel drag. It's a little bit. Yeah, we knocked the heel off. We knocked the heel off a little bit. But what y'all do? These for trophy room ones and Travis Scott Canaries just to sell. Storm Blues fire. He said I got them Beffies way under retail. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like now, this is y'all know how y'all had those cops where it's just like, you know what? Dang, I really spent that much money for that. Like for for these, I did. I think I spent. I think I did do over retail. So like, looking at how much they cost today, slap in the face. I think these things go for. They go for about $100. I don't know what I got underneath the black toe. He said no. He said keep. No, he said keep now. That's shown almost complete set. Yo, he said saying keep them. Yeah, all I need is the shadow joints. He said I paid retail with that $25 shipping, and I and no regrets. One, it is right. If you hit from Union, you get that $25 shipping. Dog, these are one of the toughest shoes of is it 2023? This is one of the toughest shoes from 2023. I don't care what nobody got to say. The quality on these joints is second to none. But yeah, look, box. This is the box of the black toes. Still intact. Got a little bit of tape on there. But the box for the Storm Blues is a little bit better shape. Like I said, man, y'all gonna start sleeping on these right here. Y'all gonna start sleeping on these right here, man. These. Oh man. But yeah, that's recently, man. You see, I love the midsoles on them too. Remind me of the Shatter Backboards 3.0 that everybody hated. Shatter Backboards coming back this year. Man, it has been a lot that's happened since I last been live. Hold on. A lot has happened. Oh. A lot has happened. It's like I'm playing. I like low key want to play catch up, man. These right here, right? So I told you I haven't been live. So the PJ Tuckers. Oh, he said y'all buying La Barbie? Hell no. We ain't buying none of that. So these right here was something I was hunting after since we've been off the air. I recently hung out with PJ again. That was pretty dope. I did not get him to sign them. So all the hitters, the Barbie, all the hitters know that I got the Out the Muds Converses from PJ. Got them signed. But I actually got a chance to hang out with him. I told him straight up, I was like, look, it's only 400 pairs of these. I think it's, what is it, 400? It's like 470. It's how many ever seats they have on that Boeing plane that this was actually inspired by. There's only about 400 odd pairs of these. I told him, I was like, bro, I could not put them on my feet that night, whatever. The Knicks was in Charlotte. Because I can't put these on the toe. Like, I really want to get these signed, but he was like, next time he's in town, he'll look out for your boy, sign the shoe, and actually sign the box. So I gotta keep up. I gotta keep up with that connection. I know a lot of hitters will be like, my wife said the same thing. She said, like, Norman, like, you be doing stuff. I don't even believe you at this point. Because I went to the game and I just hung out after the game. And she be like, I don't even believe you be telling these stories sometimes. Because I've hung out with him twice at this point, right? And she wasn't that easy. But cool dude, man. Cool dude. Like, so I'm gonna definitely, hopefully he stays on the team through I don't know what the Knicks are gonna do this postseason. A lot of Knicks fans are like really going through it because we've been losing the good teams. We beat the bad teams, lose to the good teams. And we took a couple of L's going into we actually played the Nets today. I would not be surprised if we lose to the Nets. And a lot of Knicks fans have been pissed off. And I've just been like, you know what? This is the way I look at it at this point. The team is good. I think they need another year with the core together. They all young, pretty much. Cat about to go in, I don't know how old Cat is. Cat about to go into his 30s, I believe. I think he's like 28, 29, something like that. But they young, they soft. Like, now I ain't gonna hold you. Mikal Bridges, I ain't know. Nah, I knew about Mikal Bridges. You know how, like, if a player don't play for your team, like, you know of him, but you don't know about him. And when he got traded to the Knicks, The first thing that came to mind, I was like, all right, cool. We got the Villanova connection. We done filled out the team, and then they did that. They did that like some type of like I don't know. It was like a pep rally news conference, and I heard his voice. I said, oh, this boy's soft. As soon as I heard Mikal Bridges' voice, I was like, yeah, he's soft. That's the first thing I put it on. I put it on everything. I heard him speak. I was like, oh yeah, he's soft. I said he good. He could do. He good, but he's soft. I heard it in his voice, man. He was like, ah, la, 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 la. I don't know. I don't know if y'all ever heard Mikal Bridges speak, but as soon as he started talking, I was like, oh man, you know how you want to chop somebody in the throat, make them like, yo, put some bass, put some bass in your voice, man. Slap somebody in the chest. That's how Mikal speaks, man. But anyway, I think they should just keep the team together. Hopefully, they keep PJ. They gonna keep. They just got PJ there to be an enforcer. He said that my first thoughts about Cat and Halliburton. Yo, Cat the same way. You gotta go listen to Mikal speak. Mikal might be worse than Cat. Mikal might be worse. I think Cat got a little bit of swag to him. Like he's soft too, but like he got a little bit of swag to him. So it's tough as a New York Knick. Like we got a little soft, but I think playing in New York, having a higher expectation. This ain't the season. This ain't the season. Next season, but a lot of Knicks fans are mad. I'm not right now. Honestly, we have been irrelevant for decades. I'm like y'all have good talent now. We gotta put it together and figure out the edges, get the edges together. But that night, I got a chance to speak to PJ. Like I said, PJ said he gonna sign the other shoe. We gonna try to figure out how to make that happen. Um, cool guy. Got a chance to speak. Let's see who else was out there. McBride was out there. Um, Mitchell Robinson was out there. Shamit was out there. I think that was it. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, Campaign. He was out there. The starters didn't show up, but like Cat's father was out there, stuff like that. So Cat father is at every game. But anyway, um, what other sneaker stuff? So I did get those. The Galaxies. The Galaxy. Actually, you know what? I gotta figure out where I put my Galaxies at. Got the Galaxy joints this year. Um, I did get the Tekken phone posits. Like those are cool. But anyway, while we sitting here, so I'm gonna tell y'all. So I took a long break from YouTube. Period. And let's just talk about it. It wasn't anything to do like nothing bad happened, anything like that. But one of the things I was doing, I was doing two channels. I was doing this channel when I did do some secret content. I was doing the other channel. I was doing my political stuff and stuff like that. One of the things that was coming up personally in my life was like, it's opportunities where my profile would be a little bit more public. So I wanted to be careful about stuff I was putting on the internet. So that's one thing. Plus, I had some extra responsibilities, whatever. So I just wanted to focus for a second. But I also, too, when it came to the content, I didn't want to, one of the things I've been noticing is that, and it's all of us do this, is like you could do something and you could just be kind of beating the same drum for so long that you just doing it because you do it. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't falling in that trap. So I said, it'd be a good time to take a break, kind of figure out what it is I want to create, right? Obviously, we have a good thing here with the folks that's here anyway. Um, so we continue to do what we do. Shoes is something that even without YouTube, y'all see I'm still doing it. Uh, like so YouTube wasn't predicated upon that. So we'll cover things as things go. But at the same time, I don't want and then maybe some of the other I don't know who's out there still doing that thing. I did tap in. I saw I saw Bulldog doing his thing still. Shout out to Bulldog, he's out there. Shout out to folks like um Superfly Kicks. If y'all run into Superfly, tell Superfly, man, I see him. He's still out there. I know a lot of cats stopped like I did for a little bit. I mean, not before I did, but oh crap! Is my computer about to? Hold on for a second, y'all. Boy, my setup. I got my setup so rigged up. I don't even. Hold on. How can I do this without? I need my computer don't have no power going to it. Hold on. I don't want the computer go dead on y'all. Hey, this is truly a test stream, y'all. Yeah, hold on for a second. Hey, what's up? Hold on, y'all. Coming in? Like, I want to make sure we're gonna lose power soon. I gotta figure out how to power this thing up, yo. We gonna need juice. We gonna need juice. So while I'm trying to figure that out, let me see. Maybe I could plug this in. What's gonna happen? All right, yo, I'm about to try something. Hopefully, it doesn't break anything. All right, hold on. Hold on. All right. Maybe I just no, I do not want to use that. Yeah, okay. I think we might be good now. All right, cool. So we good. So I didn't want to continue just doing things and do them and do them and do them and do them. And I felt like I wasn't giving myself time to step back and kind of get back into it and figure out what it is that I want to do going forward. What kind of content makes sense for me at this point in my life, things that's going on, how can I actually be an asset? So a lot of what I've been doing is trying to figure that out. Plus, I think it's a different, I think one of the things as people that try to create is I was doing some reading. That's another thing I'm doing is I'm reading more. But I was doing some reading, and a lot of times when you're creating or building something, you want to build it and then package it, right? Or you want to create something and then package it. And what you do, and that's most people you do, you create something and then you try to package it up and deliver it. Whereas versus thinking backwards of, okay, think about the packaging, think about what it is that you want to deliver, and then create it. Right. And I want to get, even now, like I still haven't really found that, like what I want to do, and then move it backwards versus doing something and then trying to make it fit, or trying to do like create a video and then deliver, like make it fit. Like that's figure out what works, then that's execute upon that. So it's a different approach. It's how I really approach life. But I wasn't approaching creativity like that. I was like, I want to make this. So now, like, how can I package up and deliver it? So, and I want things to be, more streamlined, more functional. Like, making sitting down and making pre-recorded videos. It's cool, but from a functionality standpoint. And plus, I think y'all like the rawness. Like, even like this video, I kind of figured, I was when I first started this, y'all know me. I got rolling text on the screen, I got the chat on the screen, I got all kind of stuff going on, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe you don't want that. Maybe y'all just want some raw and uncut. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. So like, that's the things I'm thinking about. Like, what do you, what should I be delivering, and then work backwards on the execution. Right. So that's another thing. So, and if y'all don't have one of these, this is something like this has been something that I had a sit down with a guy. He is considered to be an AI guru. This guy is super smart. I think he just got an opportunity to work on the West Coast with like Google or something like that. Super smart guy, like crazy background. So I'm sitting down with this guy, right? And he's talking about all these different things. He's talking about stuff in the, I don't know, stuff from the ether. Um, he said, I will say this, having your sneakers directly behind you so you can reach them is clutch. I like that, right? Yeah, feedback like that. I think it makes more sense, right? As soon as you see it too, like it's like, okay, this guy got sneakers, right? I'm sitting down with this guy, and he pulls one of these out. This is if you've never seen it before, it's basically a digital note. There's nothing extravagant about it, but it's a digital notebook. And I like to write. And don't judge me. Don't judge my handwriting. But like this is I still write cursive, by the way. Like I got like doctor's handwriting. But anyway, it's like a digital notebook, right? And he pulls this thing out and he's like showing, like he shows a presentation on it. I don't know if I can show, but you can, yeah, like this right here. I'll show you this shit. This right here. All right. Like, this is like part of a presentation that I did, right? So he's writing and stuff like that, and I'm like, damn, that's hella impressive. But anyway, like this thing has been a godsend for me, man. It's been a way for me to one. It's like you could think of it like an iPad, but it has no apps on it. It's strictly for writing and reading. So you can actually put in notes like on like just like you would write on a piece of paper, and it's fluid just like a piece of paper. It feels like a piece of paper when you're writing on it. Um, you can do presentations off of this thing. You can read ebooks, and it does have color. Like I've been reading. I'll show you one book that I read already. But anyway, like this is like like now I don't have to keep on like buying notebooks and writing. So if you're a person that like to write and you just be running out of pages and stuff like that, man, remarkable. Like this is some of the books. These are some of the books that I got in the tuck. It's not syncing right now because I don't have it's like another app I had to get. But that Focus on Why book was something that I read all the way through. And while you're in it, you can highlight text and all that good stuff, right? But anyway, like in the same book, I've been writing down like my goals and what I want to do, my plan of attack, having a plan of attack, coming back to the internet. Anyway, but like look into Remarkable too. But this guy that was smart. My whole thing in life is like eat the meat, spit out the bones. Like when you run into people that's from, I never talked to a guy like that in my life. Super smart guy. He's talking about quantum mechanics and stuff like that. And that's the one thing I was like, that thing right there. As soon as he pulled that out, it was like a conversation starter. So like now I go into conversation, I pull that thing out, pause, whatever. So that's one piece of it. And then as you can see, some of y'all say, oh, like Norman, like look like you on your health kick. Yes, I've lost a ton of weight actually. Since, man, I look back, I don't feel it because it's me, and it is what it is. But one of the things too, I was going so hard with the YouTube work and family life, wherever. Like I wasn't taking time out to just take care of myself. Um, so even last year, I was just, I get the typical physical and stuff like that, and just being transparent with y'all, like nothing was wrong, but my body was heading in the wrong direction. And the doctor was like, "Look, man, like you can." He was like, "I know you do the YouTube thing. I know you be up all night, not getting sleep, and eating a certain type of way. You're not moving like you supposed to. Like it's on you. It's on you." So I said, you know what? I've done this before. So prior to YouTube, this is years ago. Years ago. It's probably about I would probably say about, it's 2025. This is probably about 12 years ago. I went on a health kick, like none other. Like I lost like 80 pounds. But not just losing weight. I lost weight, gained muscle, and I think I took my body fat percentage down to, I got my body fat percentage down to single digits, like like a true pro athlete. So in my mind, when the doctor's talking to me, I'm looking at him. I'm like, man, I know how to do this. Like I've done this before. I know what to do. So since then, also I took it when I was taking that break. I started having a little bit more bandwidth, and I really work out in the morning. Like I really just work out. If I don't get it done in the morning, that is not gonna happen. Because as soon as my day starts and starts rolling, it's game over, game busters. But yeah, nah. So your boy, I've been really taking this time out as well, focus on my health. I don't even know how much weight. I don't even. Even when I was doing my craziness, when I was losing all that weight, I wasn't tracking it by the pounds, because you get in a weird state when you get low, when you get really in a hyperbolic state. Like you could be gaining muscle and you look like you're gaining weight, but you're gaining like, because weight work. I mean, it's heavier than fat and all that stuff. So I don't even get into weight. I'm more so thinking about inches and things I could fit into, and then I can see my actual endurance increase and my strength increase. That's the only thing I worry about. And I've been on a steady trajectory. Um, Even to the point that my shoes fit different. Even to the point my shoes fit. Like I had I've been working out in the talking about Kobe's. I've been working out in the Mamba Curios. Yeah, I've been working out in these bad boys. And before, man, your boy, like these shoes right here will hurt my feet. These are actually a size 11. Size 11 Mamba Curios. If you know about these bad boys, then They come with this. I mean, when you talk about a thick insole, look how thick the insole is. So like typically, most Kobe's, most people you gotta go a half size up. I wear a size 11. Y'all know sometimes I will. Oh man, look, like I already done damaged my marble curios. I'm doing too much. Look, I done broke the net, and that's the first thing that happens if you actually really start to work out and play in these shoes. Um, but anyway, like I just like the feel of the shoes, so I have been working out in them a little bit. I'm kind of mad that I broke the netting on them like that. But these shoes used to hurt my feet. Now they fit. Now I don't know if that's just me breaking them in, but I felt in other sneakers as well. Like even my feet. I think my feet. It's true. So so anyway, so yeah, I probably as far as waist sizes, I'm not what I was 12 years ago. But like I haven't since I've gained weight since then. Like I haven't been as small as I've been today. Like I can tell you all that. So so health kick is as well. Health kick is as well. So and then you also see that I moved. So like I had this move coming up. So we in a different location. So it was just like life was just things was happening. But I think sometimes I think stepping away from something, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know what I mean? And even though I think not to say that we had the best momentum before I stopped. I think it was a time for me to just reach some clarity and figure out a way forward. Figure out a way forward, man, and figure out again. I think I was struggling with that last year when I was making content on what to make where I can actually be an asset to y'all. But the problem was is that I wasn't stopping. I was still making content. I was still trying to pump out content while I was still trying to figure that out. So, it's like I was trying to do something. I want to do something, but then at the same time I was still creating. So it's just like, well, when do you have the time to do the thing that you want to do? And again, I think at this point, I think the main thing is I just want this to be natural, man. I want this to be natural. Um, I don't want this to be something that adds more. This thing will wear you down, man. I don't know if y'all been watch. I don't know who y'all watch on YouTube, but if you pay attention, a lot of creators is. I mean, because a lot of times you create it just to create. It's not like you getting a ton of money or anything like that. It's not, all those different things, and you know, you almost feel obligated. It becomes hmm, you don't want it to become a job. You said, yeah, mentally, physically, yeah, like it is a thing. So you have to figure out how to make this thing natural. You know what I mean? Like for me, I don't think y'all will have to worry about me really doing any pre-recordings. Like I did it, I know how to do it. But the time that it takes to pre-record, do B-roll, edit down, and then package it up, it's too long. It takes too much. It takes too much. And I think the most successful people that you see on these platforms, a lot of them are just giving you raw and uncut. They're not doing a whole lot of B-roll and stuff like that. You can do all that, and then also obviously you can outsource that. That's another thing. Try to outsource, but to get to the point of outsourcing, like I have to be somewhere where I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But I think we gonna do lives. We gonna do lives, and maybe I'll do more like vlogging, lifestyle stuff. Y'all can see what's going on with me behind the scenes. Maybe instances like when I'm hanging, like I hang out with PJ Tucker. Like instead of me holding that to my chest, I don't know what it is about me, man. Like I be doing the craziest things sometimes, and life just be happening. I always try to, I just try to be in the moment. I don't really be trying to broadcast nothing. But then I think afterward, I'm like, that was a cool moment. Even like all this working out, like I should have been. It's like something to document. Cause like I've been doing last month. Well, this month, let's see where I'm at this month. Let's see where I'm at. So I track my miles. So when I be putting miles in the Discord, it's not like my total. It's the miles I actually track outside, which is usually like cool down. I call them cool down miles. But I'm not really pushing. So I did 5.48 yesterday. But let me see what I did this month so far. I don't think I'm gonna go crazy. Like last month, I really was aiming for 100. So I've done 26 miles outside according to this app. 5 activities. I don't think that's all my activity. Let me check the other app. Last month I tracked up to 85 miles, but I know my goal was 100, and I know I cleared that by far. I wasn't tracking the miles I was doing. I wasn't tracking the miles I was doing as we was moving and stuff like that. So, but even like these miles are not counting them out. Like I usually do like a mile to warm up. I warm up. I do a warm up mile, which is like a sprint. Then I do some stretches. I do planks, workout. Then I do the cool down miles, whatever. You said a hit have been active for sure, man. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like if y'all could probably see him. Y'all probably haven't seen me in a while, but then maybe it looks even different. Like my face has completely shrunk. Completely shrunk. I have my I got a hold up. I have a belt back here. And my goal is to go. I want to go back to the doctor. I can't wait to go back to the doctor. I haven't seen him since that last checkup. You said how much weight you down? I told like famous. I'll be honest with you. I haven't even weighed myself since I started. And I'm gonna tell y'all. And obviously when I get my next checkup, I know. I will know. I think now that we done moved, we getting somewhat settled in. I'm gonna put my yearly checkup. I'm gonna do it within the next month or so. We got a vacation coming up at the end of the month, so probably right after that, I'm gonna go see the doctor. But famous like I don't even track weight because again like I guess in my mindset when I was doing this years ago, like you stop tracking weight because your weight gonna go up and like if you gaining muscle, your weight gonna go up. So I don't even look at it from a weight standpoint. I look at it like from like a waist size standpoint, right? So I'll show y'all this. Like this belt, this is a belt that this is just one of my belts that I've had over the years. You know me, I know me, I gotta be fancy. I got a little Ferragamo belt, right? I had to do this for all my belts. So by default, and you can't even really tell, I was actually about to say you can see the difference. So all my belts, so this belt by default has stopped. They did a good job. You can't tell the hole different. I think it had these 4 holes by default. You can see the wear over the years of me wearing it. So all my belts had to do this. I had to add 3 more holes. And if you actually look, like I'm already like started using like even like the third hole. Like all my belts, like all my designer belts and everything, I had to take it. We had to go down to the store. I was like, I'm not about to, because basically the belt don't even fit no more. So all of them I added 3 more holes to, and so I can actually wear them. And even now, like I've actually dropped even more. But I would know the weight if I had to guesstimate. If I had to guesstimate, I probably lost like 30 pounds by now. but I have the official numbers. But again, I track it by just endurance. Like especially here, the new place I'm at, it's a bunch of hills, um, crazy hills around here. So my goal now is like I do this thing when I see like going down inclines. Sometimes I run down an incline, but you're really supposed to like slow down going down inclines so you can actually really engage your core. And then when you're going up, decline, I'm saying inclines, Jesus Christ. Going down a decline, so you can slow down to engage your core. But when you hit hills trying to go up an incline, that's when you're trying to like, you trying to see how much you can, if you can really run that thing. So now my problem is finding good music to actually get motivated to. Oh man. But yo, like the health thing has been amazing. I There's clothes. My wife was just like, I've never seen you. Like I wore this, I had this pink shirt. I've worn it on live before, a pink shirt, and it's like I'm completely swamped in my clothes. That's the other bad part too. Is that my wardrobe. Anyway, man. So like no, so life has been lifing. Uh, beautiful. I can't complain. But I don't know. My one thing I will say about this YouTube thing is I don't know what it is, man. Like it's something here, and I know like it's a journey that's happening before your eyes, and just doing this type of doing content in general. But it's something here that I just like. God wants me to see it through, so I'm hoping to come back, and I want to do it in a consistent, in a persistent way. I'm not saying that I'm back this week, but I'm definitely, I'm taking a raw approach. We going back to square one. I see how I just pulled the video up, man. We gonna just turn the video on and go. You said, one of my goals is to put this expensive ass mountain bike I bought to use, and just do it. Just do it. Hey, Smokey, man. I, you know what I've learned, man. It ain't gonna ever be an opportune time. That's another thing too. It's never the opportune time to do anything. Like me turning this video on this morning, like I literally woke up this morning. I said, you know what, the Kobe's coming out Sunday. Like I got some other stuff that I got planned for the day, but I didn't have a plan, man. I just said, F it, man. Like I got the software still, the cameras and stuff like that is pretty much hooked up. Do I have everything set up right? No. Y'all saw that I turned the camera on and it went right back. But what I've learned, man, is just that you just gotta do it. Don't wait for the opportune time. Even if you got 10 minutes to do it, just do it. Just do it. Like I just bought I had bought some lawn tools. They got the grass outside now. I'm cutting grass and stuff like that. And I haven't used like I bought this I've been so long out the grass cutting game. I didn't know that, rechargeable lawnmowers and rechargeable reed whackers was a thing. And all like that's how they get you now is that you buy the battery and it's interchangeable between the different outdoor equipment. But anyway, I'm buying it. I got the blower. And I'm like, I don't know how to use this stuff. But I just say, you know what? I'm gonna pop that battery in and I'm just gonna go. And I say, you know what? The first time I do it, it's gonna be terrible. Like I'm cutting grass, and I'm used to gas mowers. The gas mowers they usually have a lot of power to them. Like you could really like really cut through something, man. I turned that rechargeable lawnmower on. I hit a little patch of grass, and thing like it turned off. I said, "Oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing." So I lift the I lift the blade up a little bit. I said, "Oh, well, I'm gonna have to do because gas, man. You ain't stopping no gas lawnmower. them joints, like they hit a patch of grass, like it just be. It don't hit no like ant hill or something like that. Like it'll take everything out and just kick it out, whatever, right? Um, this thing cut off on me. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to take multiple. I'm gonna have to cut at this height, then I'm gonna have to lower it and then lower it. But then I was just like, oh, I gotta have an actual plan because now I cut through the grass and then I had all the clippings. I had all the clippings out there all over the place. I said, oh crap, now I gotta rake all this up. So then I got strategic and I was just like, okay, if I do it like this, like I could actually get all of it up with the lawnmower and do, whatever. Long story short is I ain't know what the hell I was doing. I'm figuring that, and I'm still figuring it out as I go. Jump on that damn bike, man. Don't even think about it. Put foot to pedal. Foot to pedal. Like I got the so I have the trimmer, the edge trimmer that it goes from weed whacker. You can turn it sideways. Go. I haven't even done that yet, and I have anxiety over like really using this thing the right way. And like I told myself, like I'm gonna go out there. I'm probably gonna go out there if not today, but like maybe end of the week. I'm just gonna do it. If I mess up the edge of the lawn, so what? Cause I know if I do it once, I'm gonna be like, okay, I messed up that way. How do I fix it next time? And then just get better. But just do it, man. When I tell y'all, man, when it inspired, even the working out thing, man, was like I was in the evening and my wife said something to me. She was just like, what did she say to me? She said something about, oh, she was like, the way, she was like, you're not taking care of yourself like you used to. Like when I met you, like, when I met my wife, I was outside, man. I had the hard, but I like, you would catch me at a place near you. I had my hard bottoms on. I come out with my sneakers, whatever. I'm dressed to the nines. I'm hitting you in it. Every time you see me, I'll hit you in the head. So, over time, might be just because life changed the way I wasn't outside no more. Wife looked at me, she was like, you not take care of yourself like you used to. And I was like, what? Who you talking? Like me, like my inner me was like, who me? I'm still that dude. And immediately when I had that thought, I said, you know what? You're right. I know what you're talking about. There's another level to this. And I just immediately the next day, I put it on everything, y'all. I put it on the next day after she said that. I went to the doctor thing was like hit one, and then what it is that, and this is the reason why you gotta have a good wife because a lot y'all know us as dudes like we think about our health, but we don't really think about it. But my wife's like she be on it, right? So like I go to the doctor, she gets the reports. I probably haven't even made it home yet from the doctor, and she knows my weight, what the doctor said, blood work, all that. Just on a print, like I have the printout. The doctor gave me the printout. The report is online. She have read the online report while I'm coming home with the printout that I haven't even looked at yet. So when she said, like, when she got the printout and she was like, "Yo, I see the doctor saying this and that and the third," and she was like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? And then she was like, just the way you carry it, you ain't doing X, Y, and Z. And I immediately had that thought, but then I immediately said, you know what? You're right. I said, you know what? We're gonna cut this off. We'll cut this off. And at that point, I think as far as actually like really work, I'm talking about really going hard. Like I maybe stumble into the gym every once in a blue moon for like months prior to that, a year prior to that. I had a stint where I was kind of going. I just say I put foot to pedal, I said I got the training wheels on. I know what to do. I just gotta get back in rhythm, and I just did this. I did the basic high level, like I knew would get results, and I just all right. I said I got this guy keep on building on it. So I'm saying all that to say, just do it. Not to be no pun intended to Nike, but that is a model. Even if you could do it for 10 minutes, even if you can't even get a good trail, you can't find a good trail, just do it. Because the first time you do it, you're gonna build upon it the next time. You're gonna be like, damn, like this wasn't a good trail, but if I had just took that left hand turn right there, I could have just added this much more to it. And then next thing you know, like you doing that, you go like, oh man, you know what? Now I can actually go over here. Oh snap, now I'm doing it. Like, man, maybe I can take some time to get out to the trail that I want to get to and hit these mountains, hit these rocks. I don't know, like, but I think a lot of times we wait for the opportune time, and it's never opportune. That's why that's life, man. Life ain't opportune whatsoever. You'll be waiting forever, man, trying to do something. Like, just do it. It took me a long time to even turn this camera. I wanted to turn this camera on last week, and I just kind of let things. I kind of let things roll. I kind of let my average week started rolling. So I was just like, all right, well. Next thing I know, the whole week done went by. But today I was just like, you know what? I want to do this. I'm just turning the camera on. If it works, I did try to. Before we got on, like I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can figure some things out. At least that I think it's gonna work. And y'all can see it still didn't. But we figured it out. I figured out what was going on with my camera. So I got the camera fixed. I was trying to figure out my power. Y'all see my laptop. The whole setup was about to shut down, y'all. Now we powered up. Just saying, like the room. I don't. Y'all know me. Like I had that backdrop was hella crazy. That backdrop, having the city behind me, like that backdrop was hella crazy. This guy, a wall of shoes. This might actually work better. And I don't even have it. I don't have it set up like I want it yet. Like the room, anyway. The room is still a work in progress. I got a bunch of cables. Look at it. Like I got a bunch of cables right here. I'm trying to figure out what cables are what. Like an old mic connector, like. But I know I won't be able to get now that I got the setup working a little bit. I know I could put some of these cables up now. But before them cables they just out because I know like I need some of this stuff. Oh yeah, I told y'all, man. While we sit here, there's a few of y'all in here, man. Oh, in the chat, man. Put some love in the chat, man. Let me know if y'all want to talk about something particular. Y'all know how I do, man. This is an interactive thing. I'm just letting y'all in. I'm letting y'all in on my life, man. Just trying to be transparent. We could just talk about sneakers all day, which is cool. But y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the chat, man. Something y'all got a question about, sneaker you want to talk about, whatever. I'm just gonna keep on rolling. Trying to figure out the next thing that I gotta fix. The next thing too, like I have this app that I use to record. I haven't used this thing in God knows how long, but I know there's stuff that's new in it since. It's been damn near 5-6 months since I've used it, so I know there's some new stuff in here. Still gotta get the scenes. Gotta get this back. Like gotta figure out how to get my I think that comes down to nothing really happened around these parts. All right, now things are happening, man. We're gonna talk about, man. That's why I say I don't know. I don't know what nobody else is doing on these nets. I don't know. Especially within the sneaker sphere. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if y'all just talk about sneakers. I don't know if I keep it raw and cut with y'all, talk about their life. I don't know. I tell you another thing that's been going on with me, man, is he said, what type of camera you use? You know, to be honest with you, so this camera right here, man, it's the same. I've been using the same camera ever since I started YouTube, and it's a ZV-1. Let me see if I can. They probably don't even cost that much no more, man. So it's like Sony's. It was like Sony's. I don't want to say it was their original vlogging camera. Let me see if I can pull it. I'll pull it up on screen. ZV-1. Even like the lights right now, like I'm trying to get my lights right. Lights just changed because of I just changed the screen. They still cost. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let me see. Let me see if I can change my. I got this still working. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So they have different versions of them now. The ZB-1s. So they got this one right here, like $749. But I don't think it costs that much, man. It's a ZV-1F for $349. I would have thought the price would have gone down by now, man. Hold on. Let me see what this F model is. I don't think I have a. $489. But you see right here, it's made for vlogging and content creators. But to be honest with you, I'd be completely honest, man. Like, y'all cell phones, man, can pump out some great video. Y'all cell phones can pump out some great video. Like, it's a lot of people that, and I don't think y'all even realize it, but they using their cell phones to shoot content. Now, what I will say is, you start using your phone. Like, there's some workarounds you're gonna have to do. Even with this setup right here, like you gotta do some workarounds, because now you gotta convert your video. How I want to say it. So this is video out, right? So, but and naturally, I think this is like video. Yeah, you gotta switch the signal, right? When I first made this setup, I could probably explain to you a whole lot better. But you gotta flip the signal, so you gotta buy adapter. That adapter costs some money, because typically, yeah, it's video out, but you got now turn it into video in something. You gotta change the signal, so the software can pick it up. But yeah, it's not that bad. But the CV-1, I don't know. This is not an F though. I don't know what the F. Let me just look. I wonder if they can show you. I wonder if they can. It'd be nice if we had like a comparison thing. And what I did was, with the ZV-1, is I added. Let's see. That's what I need to do. I need to put in the what I do in the descriptions. It's one thing I did when I first started, and I stopped doing it. All the equipment that I use like, I'll put some links in the description. So, like, hey, if you want your joint to look like this is what I use. But what I also did is I put a wide angle lens. The downside of a camera like this is, if you look at it, the downside is, if you look at the front side of it, like, you can't replace the lens. So you only got the one lens. That's the one downside. It's a Zeiss was it a Zeiss lens, whatever, from Sony. Super clear, great. A lot of what you see quality wise is coming from the lens. But the thing is you stuck with the one lens. So what you could do is, I have a wide angle lens like glued on top of it. In a way, it's kind of bootleg, but they do sell a wide angle lens that you can basically just, it has adhesive on it, and you can just glue it to the camera. So it then gives you a wider frame. But yeah, the CV-1, man, I'm amazed though. Cameras hold that type of cost. I would have thought this camera would have went down. I've been using this camera for what? Shoot, I mean, how long have you been here, hitters? We've been here for a hot. Well, I did start off using my cell phone. I did start off using my cell phone, but it wasn't that much longer that I bought this. So I had this camera for 3-4 years. Yeah, but it looked like it still costs a little bit. I would have thought you'd get it for cheap. You probably could find them used for pretty cheap. But that's a ZV-1 859. That's with the whole kit. Hmm. I don't know what this F model is. It's like the F model is newer, but it's cheaper. Cause I don't remember the F model. It looks like the body of the F model is smaller. You know what it might be is does it have an onboard? So you got your mic, touch screen. It may not be touch screen and flip. That's another thing that's cool about this camera. I'm gonna go back to the main screen. You can't see it, but you know, you can flip like I'm looking at the camera now and I can see myself. Like I can actually flip the camera the viewfinder or the view basically. I can't think of the official name of it right now, whatever reason. I can flip it around backwards, so now that I'm looking at the camera, I can actually see the video. But yeah, and I have this. I don't know. That's another thing too. I probably should just show my setup. I'm gonna get this cleared up and just show my setup. Like y'all can see it. I have a light above me. I have a light right here that I could change colors on. I have another light behind the camera that's off right now. Then I have an iPad stand. It's a nice little, it's the same setup I've been using for years. I might add some stuff to it though. I might add some stuff to it. Oh, I get what you say that saying that's fire. Nah, man, like no, if you want details, because I don't like just telling people, oh, and then you're just supposed to catch it. But if you want details, like I could definitely drop links. But look up the Sony ZV-1. That's the first thing you need to do. Is look up the Sony ZV-1. They have wide angle lenses that you can buy for them. Because one thing about YouTube is like if I take that lens off, like you would still see me, but it'd be more of a focused in like look. Like the way you get this space is coming from the wide angle lens. Um that you need the cam link. The cam link is what's going to convert your signal around, like basically, so you can then plug your camera into your computer USB. So then, like you can use software like I'm using right here on my computer to actually manage the video. So you get the ZV-1, the cam link. Just look up cam links. It's made by I think that's made by Elgato. Um, Trying to think what else you may need. It's a basic setup. Like I said, that wide angle lens. I got a body on mine, but literally, man, this thing right here, this phone right here, man, has all the power you need in it. I got like I have my old iPhone right here. Actually, I don't even have it on right now. But that's what I did when I first started. Just use the old iPhone, get the little dongle adapter that can convert the signal again. You said would you recommend a ring light for a new content creator? This is my thing with ring lights. This is my thing with lights in general. Um, if you, I would say get the camera first, Cause like even like all right, so I have a light. So I have a light above me, right? And that light kind of casts shadows. So I don't really use it. And I can hold on. If I wanted to go one way or another, I can go change. I can change the range on it. But a lot of times that light, I keep it low because I don't want it to cast shadows. But it's more useful when it's dark, when the room is dark. I would say invest. I wouldn't do a ring light per se. I will first figure out what in the world. The battery thing. I think it's going to die on me again. Hold on. This part is weird. It's going to die again. I gotta figure out why my camera. That's another thing about the cameras. You want a camera that can do straight through power. So the reason why I can record for so long, part of it is just the simple fact that this camera is supposed to have straight through power, so it's plugged in. So as long as it's plugged in, it should power up. Like this is crazy. Why is it doing that? It's like when I started playing with the light, it had an issue. Um, we'll see how long it how I don't know. That's weird. I'm gonna have to figure it out. What I would say with I don't necessarily. I would say invest if you're going to go get first get your camera. Do your get in the environment that you're going to record first, so you can figure out what type of lighting. Because you might be in a situation where you don't need a ring light. A lot of times the ring light because it's hyper. Like if you get a cheap one that has like one um light setting or like maybe it has like three light settings, it might be too bright. You'll see that effect that you'll see with some people. You'll see their videos and they just got a big ass light in their face. Like you don't. So first, get into your environment first and figure out okay, do you need a light? Because technically, right now, even though like I wouldn't say my lighting is the best right now, but honestly, I really don't have lights. So I have you getting light from my monitor. You getting light from I have like a little light right here, right? But even with that light off, it might be better with that light off. Like that light's off. You literally get a minimum light. This is giving me minimum like I honestly I don't even want to touch this again because I don't know what the hell happened to my camera. But I could turn this off and what you thought was good light will still be good light. So what you mainly getting is light from my monitor. So I have one big monitor right here, right, that you're getting light from. And then like I have my laptop and I have another portable monitor. So I would say get into your environment first, then try to figure out okay, what type of light do I need? Where do I need the light to come from? Because it could be that you have a window like this right here emitting natural light. If I open this window up, right, I could probably use it as a light source. I would be able to use it as a light source. But I'll show you. Just figure out. I would say first, man, figure out your environment first. This is I've held on to this box, but this is one of my lights right here. I pretty much have an Elgato. This is the same company that makes the video dongle, whatever you call that thing. Version. So this is a key light. This, but to be honest with you, I bought this. This is not on. This light right here is above. Like this is my like when I'm pointing, obviously I'm pointing directly at the camera. Right above the camera, I have this light sitting behind it. What a lot of people do, again, I would say get in your environment first. because you don't want to necessarily just right out the bat start spending a bunch of money. What a lot of people do is they get two of these. That's what they do. They get one, and they kind of what they do is they balance the light. So you want light coming from like basically if you can control it, the best way to control your light if you have a light set up is that you don't want one big ring light coming straight at you. You want one light on the right side of you, one light on the left side of you, and then a light above that you can control. You can control everything. Stop working. But everything else is charging up still. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. It was something else. Dang, it was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about. It was something else. But yeah, I would say, man, like just do it, man. Don't worry about all the equipment. If you can use your phone, if you got an extra old phone at your house or something like that that you can use that. Turn it on. Like just man, King Chemist. If King Chemist, I'm quite sure King Chemist still here. He's been here since the very beginning, and he's been here through me adding all the widgets. I had all the fun widgets you can have for a live video, a live stream. And when we started doing this stream, I guess the streams are not. I think they private. I think they still on the channel. When I first started, man, I don't know. It probably looked like this. It definitely probably was worse than this when I first started. And what you want, just like everything else, and the reason why I say just start is because your first video is going to be your worst video. That's it. You will never escape that. You would every time, like anything in life, the first time you do it is always going to be the worst one. So you could try to perfect it as much as you want to. You could try to do all the things, but the first time you do it, it's always going to be the worst. The worst time the first time and everything. So you might as well just go get it out the way. Just get it out the way. Get the first one. Get the first one up out of you. Like just do it. Because it's always going to be bad. It don't matter. You can get all the lights. You can get all the mics. You can get everything. You can get the best camera. And that first video you make is always going to be the worst video you ever made. Oh, that's what I want to talk to y'all about. You said facts. Appreciate you. Man, take that home with you, man. It doesn't matter. Like, if I could say anything, you said how long you been doing this? Shoot, man. So I started back. I think I started back. Shoot, it's been going on 4 years, and it's been different stride. Like we had, like the first channel. The first channel is still up. First channel had its moments, had a couple of times of success. You know that channel is at like 8. I think it's at like 8K. I think it's 2021 we started. It was a different time in sneakers, man. Everybody was home. You know, I think a lot of people, like looking back in hindsight, a lot of people got swept up into what was going on around COVID. I don't even know if YouTube even flags that word anymore. But for myself, I always wanted to, like, I had prior to that year, I had always wanted to make content. And I did music prior to that. even back then I had started up a channel, but I would never put things up. And I'm just like 99% of people that want to make content. They just never do it. They never do it because you get hung up on the first time. So in 2021, I just said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Because at the time, I would get online and I would listen to sneaker content, and no knock against these people, and maybe y'all feel the same way. But I felt like a lot of people was doing sneaker content that wasn't really from the culture. Have nothing against them, but like when before we had the internet, there was a culture around sneakers that was like a subculture, and you knew people that was a part of that culture. It wasn't like it's like once it especially after like 2010 when like the craze exploded and then you had the internet and all that, you start seeing fringe groups kind of come into sneakers, which is fine. You want that to happen because the more people the merrier. But like what I saw was guys that honestly, I'm like, y'all don't put it on. Y'all like sneakers, but y'all ain't putting it on. Yeah, y'all know what I'm saying. Like you ain't putting that drip on. Like you ain't going outside. So I would see that. I was like, how can these cats come into my culture and become the guru? Like they are fans of the culture. They ain't grow up with this. I remember my first pair of sneakers, and my dad was like, yo, you got them Batmans on, take them off. And we went down to the store. You know, I'm hanging out at the sneaker store. Like I hang out. We did this like different. It was different, but like it was no hate. But I was just like, all right, cool. So I literally y'all like hand to God is the same thing I've been saying now. So I said, F it. I'm just gonna start recording. So within a week's time, I went ahead and I bought my setup at the time. Again, I used my phone, so I figured out how to plug my phone to the computer. Bought a couple different things. My main thing was I wanted a setup that I could just sit down in and not have to set it up each time. So I bought a desk, and then I bought what I have here. You can't see it, but it's basically all my stuff is like like everything is connected to the desk. The only thing I need to do is plug my laptop in, hit the power button if my camera stops messing up on me, and go. Everything else is it's like a brain. Like the computer is the brains. You just plug the computer in and boom. Even my iPad, like it's elevated off the table, and all the lights are connected. Like whatever. I just started recording, man. Back then was cool though. It was a different game, man. It was super exciting. Every release, y'all remember that, right? Every release was like it was a thrill. It was the thrill of the cop, man. And what was cool about it back then too, like you would have to do a live cop like early in the morning. Like we would catch people in Europe all the way to the US. Like, cause you would have those especially like the Yeezy uh live cops back in the day. So you'd be up like 5 o'clock. We would start lives like 6 o'clock in the morning and watch the sun come up. And it was cool. And we had drops hour on hour. We have a drop at 7 a.m. We have a drop at 9 a.m. We have a drop at 10 a.m. Like or whatever it was. We would have different gates. But yeah, we started with live cops. It took me a long time to do a pre-record. And I still like again my mindset around pre-records at this point, the type of content I make, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. Like I don't know. I think it's better off if I actually plan my live content and I just slice it up and make the shorter content and then just deliver it that way. But that's a science to itself, like to actually just do that. You said a bunch of fugazi ass. Yeah, I don't know, man. It you know, it's the same thing. It's like anything else. It's like when I equate it to like Ty Dolla Sign, for example. I was a very early on fan of Ty Dolla Sign before anybody was really talking about. I mean, he's not the biggest artist now, even though like I guess he's huge because he's done music with like Kanye, whatever. But before he signed with Taylor Gang, because like Wiz actually kind of really put Ty on. I had got into his music. I was a fan, and I remember him kind of starting to catch a wave, and I was like, no, that's my guy. That's sort of what Sneakers did, right? Even and I got a chance to meet him, and I was just like, I was like, yeah, I'm a fan of what was the name of the mixtape? It was Beach House was the one that went big, but like I think it was an older mixtape. I forget, and it was barely mixed and mastered correctly. And I think it was like House on the Hill or something like that. I gotta go back into like Dat Piff archives and try to find this damn old ass mixtape, the Ty Dolla Sign. Um, so I remember when I met him, I said, "Yo, like I was a fan since X, Y, and Z." He's like, "Man, why you even know it?" Like the way he looked at me was like, "I don't even want nobody to know about that tape." And he's like, especially you, because you know I met him when I was living. Actually, I met him here in Charlotte. Well, yeah, here in Charlotte. So especially him coming from the West Coast to the East Coast, like South, he like, why do you even know about this music? And I'm just like, I'm a crate digger, X, Y, and Z. But it's the same thing with shoes, with sneakers. It's like when sneakers blew up past the subculture, then you got people coming in, and nothing against them because that's what you want your thing to blow up. But it's like y'all wasn't. I could tell like it ain't the same. It ain't the same, man. Like it ain't the same. Like it's some cat now. I say that, but there's some cats I've met. Shout out to the Emery Blacks, um, of the game and stuff like that. That I met through these YouTubes. That's really they 10 toes down and they've been consistent. Like I've taken breaks. I've taken breaks away from the game and came back. I left the game because the game got too infiltrated at one point. It was too many people. It was too many new. I don't like new friends. It was like a lot of new friends coming into sneakers at one point. I was like, nah, I'm out. I started buying Sperry's. Oh my god! But yeah, that's why I started. That's why I started. But yeah, again, we done different things over the years. We had some great moments. We had some really good moments. I mean, the 16 hour, the I think it was 16 hours. I know the stream. You said Sperry's. The stream that we did, the longest stream we did, it was so long. We went over the YouTube time limit. I know. I think the YouTube time limit stopped at like 16 hours. But I mean, I don't know how long we actually recorded that day. To the point that I had to leave the stream. The hitters was running the stream, and then I came back, which is probably the reason why my camera acting up now. I don't know why it's acting like it wants to die on me, but I have to figure this out. It might be officially it. Who knows? This camera might be like, yo, like I think you got your runtime on me. Pause. You said what time you usually stream? When we were doing it, cause like this is literally my first stream in months. Typically when we did it before I stopped, I would do Mondays. I was doing Monday. I was kind of fluctuating between Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday evenings. Like I would do it more in the evening after work. So I would do like evening streams at night. Only time I would do morning streams is for live cops. So I would do a morning stream to help you cop a sneaker. Um, but I just feel like live copping right now is at an all time low. Even though I think cats want to know, nowadays, copping is less about the morning of. It's less about the morning of, and it's more about the research going into the week of the release. So now you need to know all the. You just need to know the raffles to get into. You might have a few live cops. Most of the shoes that have like actual live releases are not the big sneakers anymore. Like you look at it, um, like the Bad Bunnies. They had a bunch of releases, European releases yesterday. You had the Adidas release. You had a early release for the first but like something like the Kobe's. I mean, you literally had one live release from sneakers. I think Wish ATL had a release, but the rest of it was Run Fairs. Speaking of, I'm like, let me check my Run Fairs, make sure I ain't missed nothing. And I think we're going to continue doing the same thing. He said, "Do you resell or just collect?" I mean, I sell stuff. Like I just sold the Kobe Dodgers, but that's not my that's not my main goal. I'm a collector. I wear my sneakers, man. Like I just bought those breads back there, or the 2025 breads. Look at them; they already creased up. They ain't quite dirty on the outsole. I mean, I wore these. I took a trip down to Fort Worth, and I wore this all. I wore this all the way. I went to the airport in them, everything. So my main thing is collecting. I do sell stuff. I flip stuff to get other things. Right now, where I'm at with my collection is like I'm getting. I just want Grail sneakers. I say others, but I just really want Grail sneakers. This collectibles. Like you'll see. At this point, like I want something like the PJ Tuckers back there. All right, that shoe is only 400 pairs of them. Like that's something that I'm interested in. Or like again, like the John Morant's. Like it's only you know 1,999 pairs of these. Like I don't know what you want to call that, but and that's just the. And that, I am a natural collector by in general. Like I collect. There's other things I collect too. Like I collect. Like I still got my basketball card out. Like you know, Shea Gilchrist Alexander. This one, this is a card. Some of the hitters know about this one. This card I've been waiting for. It's 1 out of 40, 15 out of 49. So I'm a natural collector. So I guess you would classify me as collector. I don't. If you was reselling sneakers, if that was what you was here for, I don't know, man. I think you kind of hustling backwards. I mean, we see it with the sneaker game right now. I think one of the biggest stories in sneakers right now is the fall of a lot of resellers again. Most of the resellers are selling clothes to facilitate or close the gap on what they was making on sneakers. Like right now, we in like a. He said quality is ain't the same. I was a manager at a finish line for years, and it keeps getting worse. Are you saying quality on the sneakers or quality on the like when you say quality? Are you talking about sneaker quality? Well, and if you are, I'll wait till you say something in the chat. Matter of fact, let me see if my there you go. Yeah, on the sneakers. Okay. What I would say is I agree, and it's the natural progression of something getting popular. Like that's the sad part about a lot of stuff. Like as it gets popular, it gets watered down. I think Nike is understanding that this year, right, where they pulling back, like the Kobe's, for example. I mean, I'm not saying that that would have been a release that they would have flooded out, but they were flooded out a release that would have been similar to it for sure. And it just downs the quality. And I think when you up the quantity of anything, you down the quality, right? So so I think with sneakers, man, like in particular, like we seen over the years, they up the quantity, up the quantity, up the quantity, up the quantity, then it downs the quality, downs the quality. I think there's some shoes they do pay attention to detail, but then the vast amount of it is just boot. It's let me try. How many shoes can I get out and sell? Right. And then they know a lot of people are using shoes to wear casually. They're not even really performance sneakers, So like I think that in itself allows the quality to actually kind of take a back seat to let's just make a shoe that they can put on their feet. You know what I mean? Or you got all these damn defects, glue and stuff like that. But a lot of that is due to the fact that just the pure amount that they manufacturing. So, but I think what they've been doing this year, I don't have a problem this year. I think they slowing down because they seen that all that was just, and we were. I mean, for years, we were sitting on here like, man, why are they doing this? Why they selling selling so many shoes, so many different colors of the same shoe? Like they definitely changed. Well, they had to change. First of all, economically, well, things is changing even more right now. I know y'all know for the hitters that know me, y'all know what side I stand on with that. But I think beyond that, like last year for sneakers in particular, like Nike had to take a step back and say, "What the hell are we doing? Stuff is sitting," and they got greedy. Got greedy. Like you can't get like you can't sell a million pairs of the same shoe over and over and over. And don't think people gonna get tired of it. Like it was like they were trying to. I had this question for James Whitner, and you can see even with I'm Mama Year. As much as I was supporting I'm Mama Year, I don't buy any of their shoes no more. The I'm Mama Year threes was it is still one of it's probably my favorite shoe. It's the shoe I got married in. I'm always going to remember that sneaker. Um, but even when I was, I asked the question to him years ago, and I was just like, how much do you when you to me the same amount, right? So I said, how much do you appease your core audience that's there for you on each release versus the masses? And I think with a lot of with sneaker companies in general, and it's just business. This is what happens when you have somebody come into your company at a high level CEO, CIO, CFOs, executive C-suite level that understands business but don't understand your culture. And I think that's what happened with Nike in particular. Um, but you look at raw numbers. Like I'm like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, I got this core group that I know. Like I know they going by, but I really want to hit these folks, which is a bigger piece of the pie, right? So I can make more money, thinking that your core is going to stay regardless. And I asked the question back then because I was like, no, the core is kind of you gotta yes appease the masses. I'm not telling you not to sell more, but your core audience is what keeps the actual buzz. These are the people that's actually going to be around through the ebbs and flows of the game, but they also going to be the ones that's going to generate interest. They're the ones that's going to be, writing comments on the articles. These are the people that's going to make the videos. These are the people that's going to give you the advertising beyond the advertising that you put on television. These are going to be the people that's going to talk to the other people and get them excited. So it's like, how much do you appease them trying to versus you just trying to appease the masses? And I think they kept on going for the masses, not understanding that they were losing their core audience. The core audience was now starting to say, well, shoot, I see what you're doing. Let me take a step back. How many hitters was in here was like, nah, I'm taking a break. How many hitters was in here taking a break? And then, shoot, King, you brought it up. Too many of the same models. I'm like, but a dummy, like somebody that's not in the culture. Somebody not in the culture would say, you know what? Let's release the same shoe. Even with I'm gonna speak on I'm year because their fall from grace has been for them to rise to the top of the collaborative game, but then to tank so fast. There's a case study there that I think we should lay out. And it goes beyond maybe some of the stuff, the stuff that's going on with the brands and all that. Forget all that. Because all that can happen and the brand could still be, but for them to go like this and be the top of the collaborative game, but then to plateau and then now they drop shoes and nobody really cares. Like, so they just dropped the 3. Nobody cares. Did the Converse even come out? They gonna drop the Converse. Y'all saw how excited I was about the Converse Nike joint, the Converse with the check on it. I don't even know when they're gonna release that, but I know it's gonna tank. I know it's gonna bottom out. They better make it very very limited. But the thing is that you watered your brand down. You didn't make it something that was worth me like talking about. You take the same shoe that I said that is my favorite shoe all the time, and that's the reason why I asked about that. I was asking because then you start making new colorways of it. It not to say that you can't, but when you wait just a year after to make the new color, is my shoe something anymore? Is it really anything? No, it's not. It's another sneaker. And that's a part of the game, like that makes it a thing for people, especially for the core audience. Like you want a piece of history. People can say whatever they want to say about, oh, I want everybody to get the sneaker, but you really don't really want everybody to get the sneaker. You want you want people that really want the sneaker get the sneaker, but you don't really want too many people to get the sneaker because you want to feel like you're part of something. Come on, man. Come on. So when you take a something that I actually feel some type of way about, and you start watering it down with a bunch of different colors and a bunch of different releases, should I care? It don't sound like you care. Like it don't seem like you care. It seem like you want to cash out. You said true. Couldn't have said it better for real. That's why I asked him. And you know what he told? Man. I asked him and I was just like, I was like, who do you appease? He was like, well, you gotta make your money, whatever. He said something about, I think he said something along the lines of, I can't just focus on them, the core audience. I have to focus on these folks as well to grow. Like, and I was like, y'all don't get it. You're not, you don't see the trees, you don't see the forest from the trees in that conversation. I'm not going to say I got a more shrewd businessman than him. Like maybe the numbers look a certain type of way, but to me, if you want to maintain over a long, It's, you know what? I give another analogy. Um, I told you I used to be outside, so like bars, clubs, and stuff like that. Like there are clubs that were like the biggest clubs. Good man. I remember we had this one club in Charlotte. Damn it, I can't think of the name. The name changed over the years. It was called like World or something like that. It changed it to that name. Like the whatever name I'm thinking about is the newer name after I stopped going. But I remember going to the club. I mean, it's 3 stories. It's the biggest. All right, if you want to see Ace of Spade bottles be popping, like I mean, it was a night that like Jay-Z was there. This is back. This is like back at what is this? Not, is it Magna Carta, Holy Grail? Like this might be one of those albums around that time. And the top of the top was there, packed out, hundreds of people, and that club is not there no more. It's done. It's closed down. But you know what? There's another spot. There's another place that I'm at. This spot is like if it be the definition of a roach. It's this other spot in town that I love to this day. Shout out to my folks at Crave. It's just a dessert bar. Good ambience. You can't even get but so many people in there. But that place has been open forever. You have athletes that go there just to kind of get away. Like they go, like when we have bad teams in town, they go there. It's nothing. It's nothing to see professional athletes there. Like Paul Pierce or somebody be there, but it's quaint, but it's clean. Like its brand has been maintained for a very long time. And as I've seen big joints that shoot in the air and everybody going, it's the it thing to do. This one place has been open the whole time. Consistent. Every weekend, consistent. And because it's like it's niche, the people that feel like it's somewhere that they like to go, it's catered to them. So they continue to go. You always find the same people there, and this is not like the corner bar in the cut somewhere. This is like it place to go. But it never lost its whatever vibe it started off with that created what it is. They kept it the same, and they never deviated away from that to get more money. So, for example, I see a lot of places. This is try to bring it full circle. A place like that would say, okay, we have built the brand now. People love like coming here. Guess what? That's charge a cover. All right, now because people like coming here, now I feel like I can charge you at the door, like because I can, like because I know you want to be inside here. The person that's been going for free now has to either haggle somebody and be like, "Yo, I was one of those free people. You want to still treat me as such?" Or I had to start paying. Guess what? I had to start. What I had to start doing. I might have to second guess. I might have to second guess about being here. But the new people that heard about the place that's the place to go, they may pay to cover. And that's the way I look at that's the same way I look at sneakers, that's the way I looked at the industry for a long time. I'm like, oh, you're trying to get the people that's willing to pay at the door. But it's another set of folks over here that's been supporting that you're losing. Now instead of coming there every week, because this was my spot, now I might pick and choose. I might come through every now and then. Maybe the family's in town. Take them over there, show them something nice. And then we're gonna have to pay that tax, whatever. It's like cigar, like if you're a cigar connoisseur, like you see this happen in the room of cigars all the time. Like there are cigar lounges that are true cigar lounges, and they always attract the same people. They would be there every week. They have membership there and everything. But then you also have cigar lounges that turn into clubs. And the people that really smoke cigars for real will go there from time to time, but probably will stop or just deviate back to the true cigar lounges. Because then it's the actual it's what when you smoke a cigar a lot of time, you want to talk about business, you want to talk about future endeavors, you want to talk about that. But now I gotta sit here and all this damn loud ass music. Yeah, it's more people there. Yeah, maybe some more scenery there. But now I gotta try to talk over the music. I do all of this. No, that's not what I came. I came here for this. And you charging me more over there. So I look at the sneaker game the same way. They got greedy. Like I think it's somebody from the outside basically saying, "Hey, like man, shoot, if they gonna buy, that sell more, right? If they even for the stuff the edge stuff that the quantities that they don't buy, we just mark them on sale, but we'll still make more money at the end." Is what I think the goal was because the margin is crazy high. Not understanding that you killing your core audience. And these are the people that's going to maintain the actual vibe. That's why you got certain artists that, certain artists have a good career and then certain artists have a good run. You got certain artists that no matter how old they get, that people going to be there with them. That's what you want to be. You want to be that person. You don't want to be hot for a summer. And they were going for hot girl. Well, we can call it hot girl summer. Like they were going for the hot girl summer. That's what. So now they want to slow down. But I don't know. Is it gonna work? Who knows? They want to slow it down now. Let's just give them the classics in small quantities. I don't even know if this is the right execution. I think I get it. It's different. But now it's like you trying to get that old thing back. This is the now you can equate this is when that old club that was hot and it got they started letting the dope boys come in because they want to put cover charges on everything and build up sections and make more money. They had to close down because the shooting happened, and now they trying to open back up with the original vibe again. He said, I'm glad to see you doing good, bro. I was low key worried. Shout out to the hitters, man. Shout out to y'all, man. No, nothing to worry about, man. I'm good. Getting off of that, like, nah, man, King J, appreciate you, man. Nothing bad happening. A lot of times, man, when I go working out, man, this is like that's my opportunity to like. I don't do a whole lot of meditate. I know some people say you should meditate like an hour a day. Like when I work out, that's my time to meditate, and I go through ranges of emotion during the time I work out. But one of the high moments is it's just it's not sadness. It's like it's tears of joy, right? Um, so even like taking a break, I've gotten to this point in life that it's not too many things that's going to tear me down. Like I mean, I've had one of the things that happened while I've been offline is I lost my grandfather. Terrible situation. It was actually ironic the way what happened prior to. I'll give y'all this story. I have like one other story I've been wanting to say, but I'll give y'all this story. So me and the family we went to the Bahamas. Baby girl birthday is New Year's Eve. We trying to figure out like a traditional thing to do with her birthday being so close to the holidays and New Year's that we want to do something as a family. We want to get a rhythm as a family. Like this is to celebrate her birthday. We kind of just rounded out New Year's and her birthday. So we go down to the Bahamas. And we going through South Carolina we did a cruise out of Charleston. And we go down there when we get back, like my My mom's side of my family is in South Carolina. So I tell the family like, well, as we make our way back to North Carolina, we're gonna go. I'm gonna start showing y'all some of the towns that I grew up in, stuff that they didn't haven't even seen yet. Like they're going to the deep country. Shout out to I don't know where my people at from South Carolina, but I'm talking about the deep country. I'm talking about where there's no lights at night type thing. So I was like, but I also want to take him to my grandfather. So I take him to my grandfather. My grandfather lives in the middle of nowhere. He lives in the middle of nowhere. Acres upon acres upon acres of land. Go out there, super country. Um, when I pull up, I see a guy that I don't even recognize. Like, who is this guy? And come to find out, it's like his caretaker. It's a guy that actually comes over. He would come over and like cut wood for my grandfather. Cause my grandfather, the way he lived off the grid. He didn't have any kind of modern technology. He still, if you see the way his house was set up, like he had a house, main house with an outhouse. He at this point, the main house had been overgrown with like forest at this point. So he's living in another house. If y'all seen this, like it's just if you could imagine going, I don't know, 50 years in time, back in time or something like that, something mid 1900s. Would you ever you would think just somebody living in the country live like that's the way he lived? So the guy's cutting wood because he that's the way he keep his house warm. He didn't have central air. He didn't have space heaters and nothing like that. He literally burned wood. So when we needed wood to keep his house warm. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, this is not the safest for somebody at my grandfather's age. Cause my grandfather was saying like, yeah, I would have to go out there and cut wood myself. And I was like, you cutting wood? Damn near 100 years old. I think need to go sit down somewhere. And you say your granddad's from Winsboro. He said at one point his stepdad was still growing the back. Yo, that's real, bro. So you know, what type of living I'm talking about there. So I'm looking at it like, damn, you cutting wood. And I looked at I looked at the furnace that he was cutting wood and throwing it to. I was like, it can't be the safest thing. I was like, you know what? He been living like this all his life. Blase, blase. Literally, let me make sure I say this right. Like 2 weeks later, I'm working out. I'm run up. I run, and I remember damn, I'm about to get emotional a little bit. I remember running, and I have my moments. I'm meditating, and the sun just ever so like hit me in the face, and like doing when I run, like I have this thing, I had this mindset. I'm like, we all connected. We are one with the earth. We are one with the universe. Looking at the sun, you see the sun as a different entity, but we all connected, right? So I have this thing doing the time I work out. I'm like, I'm pulling energy from the sun. I'm pulling energy from the earth. I'm pulling energy because I'm like, we all together. We all in this together. Whatever it is I need in life, is enough resources here and at this moment for me to gather it, right? The sun ever so hit me in the face. And a lot of times I think about my grandparents or I think about my elders or people before me when I'm working out. And at the time I was telling guys I was going for like a job promotion. I'm thinking about my job promotion. I'm thinking about my family. I know we got to move soon, all the other stuff. And I heard a voice. The voice said, it's all good. It's already taken care of. Now, at the time, I put this on everything. A lot of times, I think it's my grandparents speaking to me. At the time, so when I heard this voice, right, I'm thinking about my grandfather on my dad's side. Like, it's all good, man. It's already worked out. I start working out. I get a phone call or I get a message. It's like, your grandfather just passed this morning. And I was like, when? The fire was happening actually during the time I was working out. I'm about to tear up on this joint. And I was like, damn, that was him. I don't mean to get emotional. Ah, damn. So weird. So weird. Cause it's not even I'm not even sad though. That's the crazy part. So God, so I'm thinking like that was him. He's already letting me know. Like whatever it is that you worried about, look at me. Like this man lived a full life. He that grandfather, if I had to say that one grandparent was gonna die first, like I would thought it was him. Cause he was living life off the grid. It wasn't nothing that was like really like he was living like he lived right like he this man was doing work up until like his latter years of life. Whatever. And I'm gonna get past this. I'm gonna get to the point. Uh but when I heard the voice, I was just like, you know what? And like what I've learned, man, is that and I get the most emotional when I'm happy. That's it's just the weirdest thing. So I do this tearing up thing because it's just like it's another moment of winning. Yeah. Um damn. Why I don't know why that I know why but I'm like I'm not it's not like I'm sad or anything. But say you good. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Damn. I'm gonna get my point across. Anyway, I say all that to say that when you said that I hope everything was good, I was like everything is great. And like a lot of times again, like when I be working out, I have these moments and it's like it's a moment of clarity. And I think all of us have to do this sometimes. And I think I wrote it in my last Monday motivation. I was just like, you know what? Sometimes you have to detox. You have to rid yourself out of all the, sometimes you gotta stop. Sometimes you gotta stop talking to people and go in and get into the lab and take care of yourself. Make sure that you are good so you can be a vessel for those around you. But also like cut connections that you just always being connected to. Because a lot of times when you do that, you will figure out who's actually there for you. The people that still checking on you when you're not checking on them. Those are your people. The people that's asking about you when you're not asking about them, those are your people. The people that were just around because you was around and those you'll see real quick like who's actually there. And the cool thing, like I haven't made making no videos, but at the same time in the Discord, I can see y'all still there. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's like I'm not making the videos. I'm not giving you no Monday motivations. I'm not giving y'all anything, but y'all still there. And even that in itself, oh God, even that in itself was like, I gotta continue on. It's my people. And when I was again, like when I've been going through all this, oh man. But as I'm going through this process the last couple months, like I said, number of good things, trips. My grandfather passed, but even that in itself was a celebration. That was a celebration of life. And like I said, like the fact that I got to see him, like literally, and by the way, the way he passed, his house burned down. Oh my god! So the same damn wood that I was sitting there looking at, like, this can't be the most safest thing in the world. And he was complaining about the wood because he was like, I might have to go out there and get it myself. Like none of my family is not coming out here, whatever. And man came out there, he was cutting wood, whatever. He said he would take care of it on a weekly basis, and that's his house burned down. But a piece of me was like, when I last talked to him, it was a certain level of peace there that I just like, it's cool, man. But and again, I say all this to say I'm giving y'all stories that not every time. It is crazy how it's crazy how the world works. It's crazy that King. It's crazy that he passed like that. But I tell you, I'm putting it on everything. I had a lot of stuff in my mind for just life, like going on while I was working. And it was something weird. It was something weird that moment. And it was sunlight, fire, sunlight, I don't know. That hit me in the face. And a voice came. And I actually started a lot. If you catch me outside running, sometimes I do be crying. It is what it is. Or just be emotional. Like, you know what I mean? Just and it's not tears like sadness. It's like, yo, like you really doing this. Like Norm, like you woke up one day and said, hey, you want to take care of your body. You're doing it. Like I'm going down. I told you I added holes to the belt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I be crying. I have emotional moments about that. Success. Like actually doing the things that you want to do. The last time y'all see me cry on here is when I think the first time we hit 1,000. And that was such a big thing for me because it told this was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to be successful at. And I still don't claim success on it quite yet, but like only 15% of people that jump on YouTube even hit 1,000. We take that for granted. And I had put so much work into it that first time that I was like, damn, like I figured it out. I figured out how to get there. Now how do we multiply? But like I had those moments. But yeah, it was, I say all this to say that sometimes you go ghost, it ain't a bad thing. And I think all of us need moments where we just, hey, I gotta level up myself. So when I hit the road again and when I come back, it's tenfold. I had recently, without the other thing, this kind of leads into the other thing I want to talk about before I jump off, is I recently hung out with some cats I went to college with. Like it's a couple of black guys. It's rare to see, black men in my field in general. So to have a group of black guys that we all graduated together, we all doing well, um, all in the same field in different facets, and we are excelling, like, that's a good thing. So like, they wanted to hang out. Sometimes I can even go ghost from them. So last time they hung out, they got a picture of me like photoshopped into the picture. Because I ain't show up to the last hangout. And we only do this like maybe once every couple of years, something like that. I think we want to now we're getting older, we want to do it like once a year more often. And so that happened recently, and I go out there, we hung out, we hanging out, stuff like that. And it was weird because around the same time, I just like I lit so y'all know me, I went to USC. Hold on. I went to USC, and I talk about this. And by the way, this is kind of really what I'm talking about right now is kind of like what I really want to talk about on the internet. He said Photoshop. And they took a Photoshop picture of me. They took a Photoshop picture of me like when I was young and lit. Like I was in some picture. I was somewhere turning up. Young. They used to call me South back in the day when I was young guy. But they found like they had a picture of me turning up young, and they photoshopped me into the picture. So I'll show y'all this right here, right? So this is my degree. Man, G Fish in the building. What's good? This is my degree from the university, and I'm trying to like show it, but not show it. But like you can see, University of South Carolina, and crazy picture. This I hadn't taken this thing out. This thing is so the envelope is actually still in. The envelope that the degree was sent to me is actually in the picture frame. I got that degree. Excuse me. I got that degree 18 years ago. And I just now framing it. And the reason why I bring this up is that I think this is probably gonna be like one of my first like videos coming on the way back. But I had just framed that thing up, and not because I just ain't frame it up, but like I had this thing back in the day where I always looked at that thing like a piece of paper. I always just looked at it like a piece of paper. It's just a stepping stone. I ain't never thinking any significance into that degree. To me, it was always whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just know that it's just something I got along the way. And I had to look at my journey in life like that. And so I just never framed it. I kept it in the envelope be in my closet somewhere. I'm gonna never put it up, whatever. And then I really had this epiphany even as I was taking the break. And I was like, you know what, man? This is my message to y'all, man. You gotta celebrate the wins so other people can see it as well. Like a lot of times I be doing things in the shit. Like I have big wins and I don't say nothing about it, but if it's not for the world, for your family, right? For them to see the things that you did, and also for yourself, like to kind of say, damn, like I did that. But I finally framed that thing. I still haven't put it up. It's crazy that it's taking me not because I don't want to put it up. It's just I think it still has this kind of like this blocker that's like it's just a thing, but it's something significant to it. So I'm gonna put it up. I don't know where yet. Somewhere in this man cave. I'm probably put it above this, or over here by the window or something. I don't know. But I don't know, man. Like that happened, and it was just like it was the same thing. It was kind of a voice like, man, you need to put that thing up, man. It's time to go ahead and get some more accolades. It's time to get some other things to put on the wall. Stop playing and let your people see that. He said, "Is it me or is he low?" Yeah, I am. It's because I'm leaning back. You're right. You're right, Will. You're right. Yeah, it is low. Like I was when I was having that last conversation, man. Whoo, they had me leaning back a little bit. G Fish, like obviously we ain't talking about Kobe's right now, so I had a little teary moment. Tears of joy though. You said, yeah, but I didn't even look at it like that. Like a lot of people don't have it, but I say all this to say that I think a part of me like just wanting to do this is, and this had nothing to be about anything braggadocious. It's more so like, bro, be a light. So it goes back to the grandfather thing. Be a light. Like he was a light to me and said everything's okay. Keep on going. Keep on hustling. Keep on doing what you do. Um, you know, keep on cherishing the young. I always look at the younger me. Like, what would the younger me say? What would be the Norman that the world was his oyster, and nobody told him no yet, and he wanted everything. Like, what would he think about me today? And I think about that message to myself, and it's that little boy is saying, dude, you still got some things to do. Like, you got some things to do. So I'm hoping to, to get back on the nets, figure out a way to whatever it is that I can do to be a vessel, be an asset to y'all, and actually get it out. We can have, obviously we want to talk about the sneakers. That's something that we like to do around here. That's something I like to do, so I'm just gonna talk about them regardless. But we also want to figure out how to, like, I don't know, what's the word I want to say? Be vessels to each other, like, and actually go through the real thing. I'm gonna be as transparent as possible with y'all, so y'all can see the results and y'all can see that, like, whatever this cat is talking about, like, he's actually doing. Like, I want it to be real. Like, I'm not on the internet talking and fabricating. And for anybody that want to bring negativity around, like, my life is too good. So we gonna talk about positive stuff. We gonna get into the nooks and crannies. If y'all want to talk, I know I like talking about politics a little bit, so I talk about politics and give you. But even that, like, I'm almost like, I was even thinking about that. Like, how can I do that, but in a way that makes sense? And I'm not, we're not just having a political conversation. I think I wrote something down. Let me see. That's why I'm gonna show you. Like, when I say, like, I actually been sitting around, like, trying to be strategic about what I want to do in the future. Hold on for a second. YouTube notes. Say video ideas. Change it. I wanted to take an approach. He said, "You're so wholesome, bro. I wish you nothing but blessings. First time in the stream. Won't be my last." Nah, man. Thank you, big dog. Thank you, big dog. He said, I always think of this as just the beginning. Yeah, that's, oh my God. You know what it got me thinking about? What is it? Jay-Z? Jay-Z first song? Oh, let me see something real quick. Damn, that's why I gotta get the That's why I gotta get the iPad back working. How do I get this iPad working, y'all? Damn it. I can't play, I gotta play audio. I wanna play audio through the computer. Through the stream. I'm gonna get this. I gotta get the iPad back working. I'm about to say Jay-Z first song on the Black album. The last song on the album, his first song. He said he took the snippet from Notorious Big interview when he was like, you gotta treat every project like your first. Facts. Facts. Big facts. You gotta treat every project like your first, man. Every milestone. That's why, and I guess that's why that damn degree never really meant much to, like, I never looked at it in significance. But I was sitting there with my college guys. I was just like, man, like, I went back home. I went back into the city. Another one of my homeboy got billboards up. I was like, damn, like, that guy got bill. I mean billboard. Like, I'm not talking about like a random billboard on the interstate. I'm talking about the biggest billboard as you come from the downtown area. I was like, look at this, man. This is what I'm talking about. That's another homeboy. You said we gotta get a music stream on one of these days. Man, if you could tell me how to do the music stream without blowing up the stream or getting the channel taken down, but yeah, I love that. I'm with it, man. Like, I think we had this conversation so many times. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know what's the format or what's the way to do it without it turning into, like, YouTube basically turning your channel. telling you to just take it down. Let me see something real quick. But I gotta get the once I get the iPad back working, then I can play music through. Right now, I can play music, obviously. But playing it like straight through or playing streams and stuff like that, I want to get better at that. He said music streaming had to be on Twitch because YouTube is wild. I figured that. We talked about this, about going straight. But I mean, shoot, man. I don't know. We gotta come up with like, what are we doing? We doing a jam session? We doing a jam session? Or we doing a battle? I think I'm gonna play this music for y'all right here. Yeah, I got it. I'm just putting the train wheels back on. Okay, jam session. Yeah. I'll tell you what though, ain't too much new music out there. I'm really on right now. Like right now, my playlist is struggling. Somebody got a W? Oh, that's Smokey. You got that that sneakers W. Nice. Boy. Did they run? Did they do all the run fairs yet? I keep on saying I'm about to leave, but how can I get my iPad? My iPad is not. That's what it is. I need my cable. I need my USB cable for my iPad. That's what it is. And my computer don't have USB on it. What the hell was I doing back then? Oh, I guess I got a USB-C somewhere. That's what I need. I need to be able to connect my iPad back up to my computer USB. Yo, I gotta figure out like, yo, this is crazy. I need to figure out my whole setup. He said have people request songs that would be fire. Shoot, that's been Hey yo, G-Fish, man. Do you have those old jam sessions up? Do you let people? I know he would access. He would do a little requesting, going back and forth. Yeah, maybe we're gonna. I don't know. I gotta Google that, man. Figure out what you gotta do to really. I think what it is, you can live stream it, maybe on Twitch. You gotta take this. You just take the videos down or something. But G Fish was doing all that, man. Shout out G Fish. He said summer. They say terrorists posed to be an effective sneaker. Oh, effective sneaker game. You could make a video on one day. I know you're hip on politics. All right. I think all right. We're gonna talk about politics. I know some. I don't know, some people in the chat, they might not be hip to my, the way I think or whatnot, or maybe you just got a different opinion. I think I went off on a different tangent, but I was about to say is that I do want to take a different approach to talking about politics. So I have this mindset of no matter what, no matter who's in office, no matter what's going on, like the main goal, especially for the guys, and I'm talking directly to men. I'm talking directly to men right now. Women, y'all can listen to this too. It pertains to y'all, but I'm definitely talking to men. No matter what your situation is, whatever the environment that you're in, your goal is to win, regardless of whoever is at the helm of whatever. Like you can complain about that. Like I always had this thing when I was a young man. I was like, I'd be damned if I walk outside. Like think about you and your family, or you as an entity. If you don't have a family, like think about you being a castle. Like I'm my own castle. Like this is Norman Castle right here. You looking at Norman Castle. I'm like, I'd be damned if I got a castle, then I'm looking up at the hill and being like, that castle over there is stopping my castle from being great. It's like it's a little piece. It's a little piece of man that you take away from me if I ever come outside thinking that way. Like I'd be damned if I was looking at somebody. That's like a hater. Like, you know, it's like when you like somebody that hating on you. Like, they looking at you and they thinking about what you got going on versus them. I'd be damned. Like I don't care how much money. Like I don't care nothing. Like if I don't stand firm and be like no, like I'm taking my destiny in my own hands. No matter the situation, I gotta figure out how to win. Period. Like I can't look at you what you got going on thinking about how that's gonna impact me. That ain't manhood right there. So this is like I said, this is somewhat of a man conversation. So my take on politics now is like I don't care what you think about what's going on as far as who you like, who you don't like. I don't give like what is actually going on and what we gonna do. How can you take advantage of what's going on, or how can you could just make sure that whatever is going on in the grand scheme of things, that you still good. Like that's my take on it at this point. Because if you talk to somebody, like if you ask me about tariffs, you talk to somebody that I actually support what's going on. Now I can tell you why I support what's going on, right? But if I was somebody that, and we could talk about it. But if I was also somebody that did not support what's going on, my goal, regardless, would be no matter if you like it or not, what do you need to do to make sure that you and yours is good? Or if you and yours is taking advantage of whatever is going on. Because forget your feelings. We talk about results. I care nothing about, I listen, and I know some people feel the type of way about what's going on. Forget your feelings. What are the results? How can we how and this even if you're like I had to have a conversation with some people recently that work for the federal government that's directly impacted by even they did some of the people that's getting those emails um they're getting them emails from Elon, you know, and saying, hey, what did you do last week? And I had to have that conversation directly with them, like, you know, I'm like, so people directly impacted by some of the decision making that's happening, right? And like I said, no matter what, we stand on business, and I want to create content, and I guess it's me in my mind. This is my personal mindset, by the way. It's not so you know, and it's me kind of coming through and maybe being able to talk about anything. But at the end of the day, it's like something that I don't care if you like me or not, or if you like the situation or not. What the hell are we going to do? All right, so lay that out. I'm gonna give you my point of view on what's going on, pros and cons, and then how it may impact sneakers. This is where I see short and long term. Again, this is just me, and this is my personal opinion on it, based off all the information I know and just understanding. Are business impacted? Yes. I work directly with financial institutions that make the majority of their money on the market. Right now, there's instability on the market, and it's impacting a lot of companies across a lot of different service lines, a lot of different sectors. But this is something I was kind of trying to say, talk to New Wave about. But this is not recession. Like this is not. There's a difference between when the market crashes because we in a crisis versus the market crashing, and it's not even actually crashing right now. The market crashing because of uncertainty. Because there's two things going on. One is the market crashing due to impact that already occurred or what's happening. The other one is market impact due to the markets just don't know what the hell is about to happen, right? Because what tariffs did is it threw uncertainty into the water. Now, This is what you gotta do. You gotta put your thinking cap on and think, okay, ask yourself why this is happening, right? And then ask yourself what what is the end result? What are they trying to reach, right? And like again, some people have their own interpretations of it. This is mine. Now, when it comes to tariffs being leveraged as a negotiation tool, this is what's happening. It's the art of the deal is happening, part of this, which is why he's levying tariffs and then taking them right back off once they want to come to the table and talk. Because now I'm just going to throw something absurd on you to get your attention. Now that you see the absurdity, but it's not absurd because I have leverage. And that's one of the things that I think even in our community, we don't talk about enough is coming to the negotiation table with leverage. The leverage that the U.S. has, like it or not, is that we have the highest GDP on the planet Earth. Number two is China, which is the reason why China is the only one that's saying, hold up, brother, like we can raise tariffs too. So 1 and 2. It's 1 and 2 going at each other right now, right? All the rest of the countries like, man, we don't want that sauce. Australia, I don't even know if you heard about Australia. Australia was like, look, they didn't even try. They was like, okay, you go put tariffs on us. We don't like it, but we will pay it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of countries, people don't understand is that when it comes to tariffs, other taxes and stuff like that, that's been taxes that we've been paying. And we've been paying at a higher rate than other countries been paying us. US has been the world's pocketbook, basically. Like, because we have the biggest economy and we the biggest consumers, everybody want to do business with America. But at the same time, I think we also looked at it like, well, we got all this money, we doing good. We don't need to actually make money off of product that's being imported here. Like, we just make money anyway. So you turn into a trick a little bit. Like, you shelling out, and you are on top of that, you pay a tax to send your stuff other places, right? Now, people understand. I think a lot of people understand it already. Then people was like, okay, well, why do this, right? Otherwise, like, why do this? Why are you trying to, why are you trying to get manufacturing back to the U.S.? Or why are you trying to leverage this as a negotiation tool? If you really think about it, even think about the quality of goods that we get at this point. Like half the stuff that we buy because it's cheap. It's cheap goods. We get it for nothing. Like this woman here that like they be buying stuff with Temu and that stuff breaks up like after one wear, but it's super cheap. It's probably something right now. If you go open up the app, they probably like, I'll give you seven. Well, I don't know about right now. I'll give you 7 things for free. You pay for one, right? But what we have done over the years is we have basically subsidized our own economy. Like we have basically outsourced our own manufacturing to other countries because it's cheap. And then we become consumers of our own of the of other people manufacturing goods that we used to make here in America. So like it's at some point it has to stop because then you become fully reliant. And we saw this even during like COVID and stuff like that, where shoot, do y'all remember? Y'all talking about sneakers? Do y'all remember? Even during COVID, remember the shipping? Remember the elongated shipping? Remember they was having issues with the supply chain? It's because all our stuff is coming in. Like we don't make anything here. Y'all remember that, right? That's a direct impact of us not making anything. Now, some people say you bring it here, who gonna do it and all that other stuff. I say that the free market will level itself out because competition will eventually say who's king. So put it like this: like if I open up if I say theoretically 2 companies come back to America, whatever, they do the same exact thing, but they want to skip over tariffs. So they say, hey, look, we're gonna manufacture there in the U.S. Now you got 2 companies, right? They could be now. Sometimes people don't understand that 2 companies could be sister companies, just masquerading as 2 different companies. But I just say for the argument's sake, they really 2 different companies. You got company A, you got company B. We both manufacturing the same type of goods. At some point, right, we're gonna have to go and because we side by side be in the same place, selling to the same region, we are going to go into competitions. Free and like so at some point either I'm gonna have to even if I did have to pay higher wages, first and foremost, now I'm in competition with the company across the street. So maybe I have to pay higher wages to somebody that's actually out here in America that's actually needing a job. And if I had to beat out company B over here, like I probably want better talent in that company. But at the same time, like the goods, it's not like just the price of goods are just going to go up and go up and go up. Now I'm in competition; it has to level out. That's just the game, right? Somebody gonna have to say like I'm gonna have to beat this company and be more efficient than them and sell stuff at a good price point that I'm going to actually sell goods. So I think for folks that's like afraid that somehow because you manufacture here in the U.S., like it's gonna hike your prices up. And I think in the short term, you want to see price hikes, but I think long term, free enterprise and competition levels it out. And just to say that it's just going to continue going up, it's a false. Like, because then nobody would be making any money, and we all lose, right? Um, but I think if you even thinking about the China situation, China is a very interesting one. So they talk about ever since we let them into the World Trade Organization back in like the 1980s, because we used to not do business with China at all, like because we look at them as a communist nation or dictatorship, whatnot, all that political stuff and all the stuff they did. But we was like, hey, look, we want to be friendly, and being friendly with them at the time, I think when we started really opening up trade with China. I think their minimum wage was like 50 cents or something like that. Something crazy, 15 cents. So yes, company X, Y, and Z is like, yo, hold up, you think it's cool to do business with China? Oh shoot, like well, minimum wage over here is $5.75. Over there is 15 cents. Guess where I'm going? That worked. Now a lot of people made a lot of money. Which is the interesting part is that it wasn't who wins in that situation. The company wins. So like a lot of people be like thinking this is even a move to bring manufacturing back is anti middle class. It's actually really for the middle class. If you think about it, like it would just be better off if I was a billionaire, had more money to be made, more capital to be made, more margin to be made with lower income wages. It's not Wall Street winning at that point. It's Main Street winning when you bring it back to this side. Because now you're saying no, like make it here. You're gonna have to pay the people to make your goods, the same people that you want to buy your goods. And a lot of people realize too, like we get to a point with China where like it's unsustainable. Like I think when this started, like China was number 7. I think it's like they was number 7 in GDP. Now they number 2. Even 10 years ago, if we had did the same thing 10 years ago, us and China would not even be having a conversation. China would be in the same boat as everybody else. They'd be like, what deal can we break with y'all so we can get past this? But we have let this thing drag out so far that now China's number 2, and they're not that far. They're not that far behind us. And I think I was looking at one stat. Far as them importing to us, I think we only make up. It's not like we have the lion's share of that. So it's not like we have this super bargaining chip as high as we think it is. But we make a fair amount. What I believe is, if I'm not mistaken, is around like 20 to 30% of what they make come directly from us as a country. So it's not a huge chunk. They can make money elsewhere, but it's a fair chunk. But again, I look at it when you look at prices. I think in the short term because of shipping. I think even right now, like you go on Goat. I was trying to I'm out here trying to figure out how to shake it big on Goat. I think even Goat is basically saying like, yo, we gonna pass along some of this shipping charge to y'all, the consumer. Even Trade Block just updated their terms and conditions where I think just the way they charge you on shipping, it was a flat rate. before. Now they saying, hey, look, we're gonna look at where you actually shipping from and the person you tracking. I haven't done the trade since yet, and where the other person is actually shipping from, and we gonna calculate this ish up, and y'all gonna pay for it. So yes, do I think some things are gonna go up? Yeah, in the short term, I think any time in life, I was having this conversation with a kid. I think any time in life where you are trying to fix something that actually takes some real fixing, there's going to be uncomfortable moments. And I think in the short term, you're going to have uncomfortable moments. And I don't even think it's going to be huge uncomfortable moments because it's going to be things that you could pick and choose on, like if you want to spend money on that or not. I don't think your utilities, for example, is going to go up, but it's going to be retail goods. You got to make a decision, like, and then maybe you make a decision to buy from a company that's just not impacted. Right? I don't know, but I think there will be uncomfortable moments. I think uncertainty in the market, as we go through this, it's going to be a thing. But even in that situation, I was saying that the funny part about this is that we knew this was coming. Like he said it during his campaign trail. He said it the first day. He's doing it right. When after the first week of levying the tariffs, we had that big market crash, whatever. And I was literally saying, I was like, yo, this is the time to double down. If you are somebody that's really in the market, and let's be real, 40% of Americans don't even have one stock to their name. So if that's not impacting you, chill out. And if you are somebody that have a whole lot of money in the market, maybe you got a huge 401k, you saw your joint dip, if anything, man, right now, if you somebody that's not taking that money out right now, you still good because then what you about to do on your next paycheck is guess what? You going to invest on the dip. It's going to lower your average cost. If to lose and really lose out, that means that you believe that the market is going to tank and it's going to keep on tanking and never go back up. If it's going down, just remember, and you still investing, you are doubling down. You are lowering your average cost. Yes, it was here, and now your price is here. But if you double down and dip with the thought process that is actually going to go back up, you have lowered your average cost. You have more to gain on the way back up. It's just raw numbers. But I said at first, I said, watch this. I literally just before was this. I think it was like Monday or Tuesday this week when it spiked back up and it went up like 8%. Dow went up like 8%. I said, I told my daughter right then and there, I said, look, rich people are about to get rich. Or rich people about to get richer. Poor people going to be sitting around complaining. I said it before it went back up. I said, because they understand that this dip, this quick, when you see something that happens that fast, like typically going into a recession, it's a slow decline. It's the decline over weeks. Like the market is going down. And it just continues going down. Now, obviously, at the beginning, you don't know how long it's going to go down. But I'm like, this is not due to people still spending money. All you got to do is go outside right now. If you listening to this, go outside your house, go down the street, and you tell me how many people out there spending money. And if it was the same amount of people that you saw last week spending money. And you tell me if we in a recession or not. I get it. I get it. I get it when you see your numbers go down. But I'm like, this is the time to make money. They understand this. This is when you have enough capital to play the game. All right, cool. Let me throw some more money up in there. We about to double up. And just the next day, as soon as they was like, oh, 75 countries want to have a negotiation. You think all those countries lined up the day of? You don't think there was already conversation had prior to the tariffs going into effect to say, hey, look, all right, I know this is coming on April the 2nd. What can we do? So what I think you're going to see is a lot of whatever come out those negotiations. Hopefully they negotiate well. We're going to start seeing even companies like Mercedes Benz, for example. They said they don't care about the tariffs. They're going to take the cost of whatever extra tax that they're going to incur. They're going to absorb that price and not pass it down to the customer. You already have companies that stand out there saying we're not doing it. But at the same time, just to be honest with y'all, I have a Nano Leaf. I have one of these Nano, like I'm planning on putting this up on the wall right here. I need some extra pieces since the last time I put this thing up to put it back up on the wall. And I just got an email from Nano Leaf that was like, look, because of tariffs, y'all better go ahead and order y'all pieces now because we can't guarantee you prices in the next 2 weeks. But that's just because of uncertainty. So I think yes, I think it's gonna be a little bit of uncomfortability. But I think at the end, like when you have a long term problem that you're trying to fix, it's always going to be a little bit of uncertainty. And I think American people, I don't know about y'all, but I love America. I love America, and I take pride in actually living here, man. Um, and I would love to see us get back to taking pride in actually making our own goods and actually doing things that's pro America, not just pro your people over here, pro whatever. Like I think to see more jobs. He said, hold up, what's that? Like it's a light. It's a light. Um, it's so you. It's just a light, huh? You can put you attach the pieces together and you can make different designs. So like you can make big designs on your wall. But look at nano. It's a nano leaf, and you could do different themes. They light up all different colors and all that other stuff. I plan on putting this up probably above the shoes up here. So at night I do live streams, like the whole room will light up. Yeah, nano leaf. Let's see. Yeah, look them up. They got all kind of shapes now. They got like triangles, hexagons, all that stuff. But I'm saying again, I'm not saying this. I know some people have here you go. Like look at somebody did a Pac-Man thing. The only thing I would say is with this setup or with these setups is that you have to find a good adhesive without tearing up your walls. Like that's the goal. I'm gonna try to use this go around. I'm gonna try to use this straight up 3M strips. I had a good run with the 3M strips, putting them up and taking them down. You see, I'm gonna miss the old spot, but I'm all for new beginnings. Yeah, the old spot was crazy. The old spot was crazy, man. You can't duplicate. That's a moment in time. That's a moment in time, man. I don't think I'm ever gonna forget, man. I honestly, I need to like grab a lot of those videos and put them back up. That's a moment in time. Like having the city skyline. We're gonna have to rent out. I'm gonna have to go to spaces, whatever, where we still do dope scenery like that. But yeah, you can. I know a lot of people will come in and say, yo, like you got the best like backdrop on YouTube. I think that was the best floor to ceiling window, nothing but the city. I'm gonna miss it. But yeah, new beginnings, man. New beginnings. I the spot is a bigger, better spot. So bigger, better spot. Plus, I can go ham a little bit more in here. So, but yeah, like we don't get the light set up. I'm still figuring out. I'm still. This is not. I don't know if this is going to be the angle or what. But I literally this morning, like I said, this morning I just turned the camera on. So, and we're gonna build this thing while we fly it. But any going back to the tariff thing, sneakers. I think there's a possibility that like you're gonna get past some short term. You may get past some short term price hikes. I don't think it's gonna be built more so into. I don't think your price of shoes gonna go up. I think if anything, like shipping, you might see some places where they're gonna pass on shipping costs to you or something like that. It would have to be a long term thing to see the actual retail price of things change. It had to be a long term impact. Now that means that's something that you wouldn't see. I wouldn't think you would see that this year because most of the stuff that's being manufactured to be sold this year had already been made. I mean, shoot, when y'all get y'all what the Kobe's, matter of fact. So the manufactured date on these is around by October. So give or take, right? That's what these released in February. No, September. So 4 months, give or take, as far as manufacturing thing. And I don't think it's gonna change on that. It take a time. It take a while to hit your retail price, but I think from a shipping standpoint, you might see something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I think there's a long term game here. I think long term, we're looking at something where you think that if you were somebody that was opposed to it, you think they trying to make the rich richer. It really ain't for them. It's for you. It's for our kids. It's for our kids to have more opportunity because we can't just continue to outsource jobs, lowering quality, and then think that somehow we're gonna maintain jobs here in America. Unless you're just going to start making less people, which the birth rates of folks is going down, but I don't think that's what you want. I don't think we want to say, I want my kids to have it. Then with AI and stuff like that, like you want as much opportunity here as much as possible. I don't know why people think that somehow like jobs is just going to magically appear. I mean, at some point, you got to have a initiative to actually bring jobs here. And you said AI taking on jobs. That's a whole other thing too. Like you need to understand what that means. What I mean? I guess that's my whole point. Like so, trying to end that point is I think you need to understand the market, the dip. If you somebody that's in the market, then you should have been in it for long term. Don't let these like short term spikes and lows like because of uncertainty, scare you. Like we seen this before. Like I said, I work directly with clients that because of the uncertainty, they are just not making moves right now. The funny part is they still spending money. It's not like they cutting jobs. It's just not making any additional moves. Right now, a lot of people are just in a holding pattern, trying to see what's happening. So you somebody that's in the market, I think this is a good time. If you do see some dips, it's a good time to lower your average cost. I don't think you're not in a real recession. Threat of recession maybe, but you're not in a real recession. And I don't think we're gonna get to that point. But I think with China, we got a real thing to figure out there because China is not backing down, even though we still fuel their economy, and I think we do still have more leverage than them ultimately. So we just have to figure out how that pans out. But the rest of the world, you about to get better deals already. So I would say not fret. Don't worry about your sneaker prices. Worry about the shipping. Worry about the shipping in the short term. But yeah, no, like now jobs, AI, yeah. I work at Amazon and I already see it coming. AI is very interesting because I do feel like it's going to replace a lot of people, but this is the opportunity where you need to understand how to leverage AI, and then for your kids, have them understand that you gotta be you gotta be intentional, man, about your future. Yes, is it gonna get rid of stuff? AI is damn good. All you gotta do is go visit a Bojangles near you. I think it's Bojangles. That thing will upsell. That AI will upsell you in the drive-through like hell. You'd be like, you want a number six? He'd be like, yeah, I want to get number six. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead and both sides that. And it'd be at the end, it'd be like, you want to add a Burberry biscuit to that? And you'd be like, you know what? You read my mind. I think I want a Burberry biscuit. Your AI is on the way. They said in 2 years. They said in 2 years AI will be smarter than the smartest person. And I haven't been on here to tell y'all about this, but it's a website. Man, I've been telling a lot of people about this. This blew my mind. It's a website. Man, I really now I need the iPad for real. Damn, I forget how easy it is for me to have a conversation on the internet. This thing right here, man. I don't know if anybody out here. Website is Notebook LM. I'm gonna put the note. Yeah, well, .google. I ain't even know the .com. It's free as of right now. Check this website out. What this website does, it takes, you could put in web articles, you could put in YouTube videos, you put in a bunch of links about a particular subject, and then say, hey, I want you to talk about this subject. And what it does, it curates an actual podcast for you to listen to on anything. So like it was like a new subject that you want to learn, or maybe something that you want more details about, and you got a bunch of YouTubes that you might be, you gotta comb through hours of video or something like that, but you really want to know about this one particular thing. You can go get all the resources, go get the articles, the links, whatever, pump it into this thing, and say, have a conversation about this. And it will generate a podcast that sounds like a legit. Hold on, for is it? Do I have? It's one I generated. So now, like while you're working out, maybe you're doing something else. Instead of you having to sit down, maybe you just generate a podcast for you to listen to. Hold on. Let's see if I can. Did I save it in here? I said I little sniffles from earlier, man. Talking about my grandfather, man. That's crazy. Did it not work? What's the audio? Well, this thing it won't let me be great. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I literally just had it. Let's see, select history, playlist, network. So this is. Behringer uses a great analogy here. Okay. Think of your data like a grocery store. Each piece of data is a data product with a specific use, ingredients, and instructions. So you would use dog food when you're hungry. Let me okay. But also, just like some things in a grocery store require stricter controls, like prescription medications. Yeah. Some data needs to be handled with more care, and that's where things like data governance, security, and what Highline calls data. So this thing, that's the audio that gets generated. It's like two people talking to each other in a podcast, and it sounds like two people really sitting down talking on. See if I can play a little more of this and just deserve the same level of rigor and attention. So instead of just hoping our data is accurate, we need to apply engineering principles to ensure its reliability. I like that. Exactly. Igor outlines 7 key principles of SRE that can be directly applied to data reliability. Embracing risk, setting standards, reducing toil, monitoring everything, using automation, controlling releases, and favoring simplicity. Can y'all hear that? I know it sounds like a bunch of nerd stuff. But you literally can have it talk about anything. If y'all wanted to talk about music, you wanted to talk about Jay-Z versus Nas, like you want to have it talk about sneakers. Like if you was curious about tech, maybe you was curious about a sneaker and, I don't know, just any information you want to learn. I don't know, maybe different sneaker models over the years and stuff like that, how they relate to each other. You just start grabbing articles, grab YouTubes, pumping into this thing. And then it takes it to a whole nother level is that as it generates the podcast. You can see that's the one that I created. Creating a monitoring data platform. That, like I said, I created that one. But you go into this interface, and like I said, you can put Google Docs in. You can put PDFs in here if you want to. Websites. You can put text, free text in there. And then once you do all that, once you find your sources, then you can go ahead and tell it create the podcast. But then on top of it, you can then push the podcast in a particular direction. So like if it covers something that you want to know more of, you can be like, hey, I hear you talk about X, Y, and Z. I want you to go more in depth on that. Or like they could be going in a direction that you don't want to go. You'd be like, no, I really want you to talk about this over here. Can you elaborate on that over there? It will AI. So I mean, I think AI again, it's that same concept that we were talking about earlier where instead of being afraid, because it's coming, it's coming. It's no matter what, you're not stopping this thing. We started it, you're not stopping it. Or the Open AI project is what started to the public anyway. Now it's about leveraging it and just understanding what it means for your environment. If you have I think right now, if you somebody that feels like AI could replace you, you need to be doing everything. And you should have been doing this regardless. I believe in doing this regardless of whatever time it is. You need to be doing everything in your power to make yourself a commodity where you are. Be it either learning new skills, making yourself even more of an asset in like those random conversations you need to be having with management, whatever you need to start having. I need to be like, you need to start building bonds with people. I'm not saying that friendship is going to save you from getting fired, but it puts you. You need to be doing everything. Because if you are somebody that's on a phone, if you're somebody that it goes beyond, like you gotta have. Right now, the only thing that AI can't do, the edge of AI, I'm trying to figure out how the way to explain this. It can reference anything that's already created, but when you trying to, let's say you were trying to come up with a new concept, AI, that's where AI stops. AI is just a referential tool. It's a very powerful referential tool, but the only thing they don't know is what is not legitimate yet. But it's getting to the point of like predictive, like that's the whole thing is done. It's starting to curve towards is now it's starting to predict things. You say, all right, catch you on the next one. All right, big dog. Yeah, I gotta get off here myself. Um, so you need to understand how to leverage it. Don't be afraid of it. Leverage it. So the same thing with this political stuff, all of stuff. Like, yo, make sure you doing everything to figure out, like, okay, well, this is going on. I may not like it, but how do I leverage it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, appreciate you. You see, I try to roll into trade school for plumbing, but they only have Spanish classes. I have to wait and see if I can get in there. Oh, yeah. You got it. What is the incoming class coming to the fall or something? You just need to stuff that you gotta do with your hands. King, King J, trade school. Like, don't man. I say this, man. They doing stuff like like I'm hearing concepts like call center as a service. You not understand what that mean? I mean, we can replace the whole call center with a bot. And this bot don't sleep. This bot don't get tired. A lot of industries like insurance, it's gonna get to a point. We're gonna reach an apex where, and we may be starting to get there already, where people are gonna prefer to just talk to the bot instead of people. Cause they're gonna be like, they're gonna trust the bot more. The bot knows more than you. So like I just talked to a bot. That's wild. So you need to figure out how to become very skilled and something like being skilled at pump, like that's big. Cause before we get to, cause AI is one thing, but then getting to robotics and something else actually creating or fixing things like that, that's a whole nother level. Trade school. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Um, but becoming skilled, being knowing how to like instead of just knowing like the thing once it's meshed together, knowing how to connect point A to point B, because that's again like that's where it ends for a lot of AI, where it's like it doesn't know how to merge two things together that haven't been done yet. And that's where the human piece comes in. But again, it's getting crazy out there, y'all. It's getting crazy out there. But we learn how to utilize it and leverage it. And put your kids, make sure you put your kids in the best position. Man, data science, cybersecurity, uh, trade school, something with your hands, doctor. Like those fields are not gonna go nowhere. But don't play around with the play around. It's gonna get serious. The movie Terminator, they predicted was I think Terminator 2 was like in the year 2029. We're not that far away. The robot's gonna take over. Oh my god. But y'all, no, seriously, serious talk. Check out Notebook LM. Check out Notebook LM and teach yourself something, man. Learn something. Do the research, man. Like don't just sit back and whine and cry or just don't sit back and get upset about reality, man, because reality ain't gonna never change. And y'all know this is kill or be killed type. So the best thing you can do is leverage the things that's going on and understand it, so you can actually know how to make a move forward. But I mean the tariff thing, with it. I'm tired of because the ultimate goal, I think the ultimate goal, y'all, as somebody that I done paid a lot of taxes in my lifetime, and I'm tired of being taxed to high heaven, is that we lower taxes. It's part of this is it's a whole game of putting more money in your pocket so you have more money to spend and making life more affordable. But not just giving you a check that you're just gonna blow. Like this is just gonna give you more opportunity for you to make more money that you can actually consistently make and take care of your families. Meanwhile, lowering utilities here at home. But you might have to buy American. You might have to look at that foreign good over there that's got extra $20 on it because they had to pay a tariff. Go ahead and buy you something American. Guess what's going to tell that company? They probably need to go ahead and build a factory over here in America so they can stop, so they can make some more money and sell some more goods. Oh, it's a whole end goal. God damn it! How did this happen? All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm figuring out the equipment. I still don't understand my camera because it looks like it's still gonna die even though it is on. So I'm gonna figure that out. It's gotta be a software issue. But I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. This is, like I said, just a little test stream. Just trying to blow the cobwebs off. Figure out the camera in a second. And I don't know yet when I'm gonna start up a show, but we want to start up a week. I'm gonna start on a weekly show, one show, and then we'll take it from there. I don't know yet. I don't know what we're gonna do. Might be Sundays. Might be a good little day to start doing something, but I may leave the weekend to be the weekend, and then we find one day, just one, and we probably end up doing something in the evening. If I do it in a week, it'll probably be in the evening because there's like right now in the morning is way too much going on. Plus, I think most folks prefer to have something after work, settling in, getting straight. I think I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself to make a certain type of content. I think we're gonna just kind of go live, man, and I'm gonna have something organized. I'm not gonna just come in here and just be like, yo, let's talk about whatever. But what I want to do is have something where it's like I'm not sitting here like trying to catch the next drop or anything like that. Like we're gonna come in here, it's gonna be something that we could do on our own terms and play it out from there. I'm thinking I still haven't figured out what if I'm almost thinking about starting from scratch, start a new channel, just starting it all up over again. But may be doing that from Norm Nation, maybe doing it. I don't know. I still have to figure that piece out. So just stay tuned. If you're in the Discord, you know what it is. I made for until I figure out the whole channel thing and what's the show and what's the cadence and all that. I may end up just going live on the old channels just so y'all, the people that's on those channels already can see it and start eventually pushing people somewhere else if we decide to go somewhere else. But appreciate y'all, man. Happy New Year. I ain't talked to y'all since 2024. He said sneaker releases about to heat up too. Gotta be wild on my mind. Man, look, I'm King J. I'm just trying to get these. I got a guy right now. He looked like he might be interested in doing a deal. Yeah, I'm not. I'm willing to do. I'm trying to get these Travis Scott SBs, man. You let me know. All right, man. Let me play some music real quick, and then we gonna get out of here. This ain't here. I ain't hear these songs in so long. Put these shoes up. I'm gonna leave the video up, bro. Put the shoes up. Bling. Most likely gonna be sneaker of the year right here. Grenade, man. I ain't know what the Kobe's, but you got them Barcelona. See, I was low too. Yeah. All right. All right, y'all. Peace out, man. Shout out to everybody that pulled up today, man. Like I said, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'll put something on the page on the. If you're in the Discord, I'm gonna let you know, obviously. But we'll put something on the sneaker channel page and let you know next time we go live, man. Get that first real show. This is officially the test stream, man. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Deuces.